recap.
All right, we're
Wow, I don't hear very good
I don't like doing my own
enthusiasm.
recaps, you know?
Hey, Sean, can you release Neston for me?
I don't know how to do that.
Right-click, release.
Hey, Marte, here, let me release Neston real quick. Oh, never. I'm lagging because Marte's joining in, but I'll
Why
do
is
so in a
Neston being
second.
held? Who would hold
Hey,
Neston?
Tyler.
He
Is
needed
there
to
any
be
way you can
comforted.
sneak me up a plate?
I'm full. Full as
I mean, I
me.
could just
Thank
I
you.
could just grab Velasquez back.
Oh wait, Tony's
That's
actually here?
No, I'm
Yeah.
not.
Wow. I didn't think
Shady.
Tony played anymore. Goodness.
You know who's not playing anymore? My
Who?
dumbass uncle.
All right, ownership has been cleared of one Neston Enve Geysir. All right. You started the recording yet, Sean?
Yep.
All right. So, recap, which I wasn't prepared to do either, but I'll do my best. So, last session started with the heroes triumphantly returning from their battle with the vampires that they were contracted to go slay. After an unlikely alliance was formed with a succubus on the part of one brimstone witch, they made their way back to the city and were abruptly met with the sight of a woman who they had met the previous day, a Tilda, owner of a potion shop, with her head smashed in on the sidewalk from a brick that mysteriously fell off of a building. After some investigating, they discovered that
All right.
I mean,
Hey,
makes
so-
sense.
Nice.
Hey, so since he's frozen, how come we don't do the video in Discord?
I don't know.
I mean, we could. Or we might end up just doing that. To be honest, this is just like some super quick and easy thing just to throw together.
So anybody ready for 5.5 or 6E?
Who?
likely
5.5.
killed by one Valoran Jarkivus.
Okay, hang on there,
Bro.
Gadman. You froze. You've been like completely. We hadn't heard you for like the last 30 seconds, and I just got kicked from Fantasy Grounds. Like I think the
What?
whole thing crashed.
Anything after head being squished by a brick,
Yeah.
we got nothing.
Okay. That's odd. Alright. Okay. Did I lose internet for like a split second? Anyway. Likely killed by one Valoran Jarkivus. So, after the fact, they ended up being not apprehended, but Lucas and Anand were led by this Valoran to a clock tower, which had already been suspect, where he had staged the whole thing from the beginning, and were promptly tortured, and with very angry sentiment thrown their way about how they made his job harder, or at least Anand did, by setting fire to one potion shop's building. So after the fact, they were briefed to head to the city of Pulseloft, and they did so after collecting a very hefty reward for finishing the contract. On the way there, they came to a hero's refuge, and after stacking up on a lot of snacks and road food, they ended up meeting a adventuring party known as Illustrious Caress. Conversed with them for a while, they met the Saren Steel sisters and one very odd Shelia Wildshimmer, who has an issue with boundaries. Upon making their way to Pulseloft, they met with Delrin Vandergrass, who informed them that who they know as Kaleem was actually Callum al-Stafar, who was a fire genasi, and is the brother of Vishna al-Stafar, who is actually the current Nar Kadar. He, of course, being afflicted with psionicosis, he underwent the Near Miser conversion ritual,
Yeah.
and was basically raised by Delrind. He started expressing some troubling sentiment, and despite the fact that Delrind tried to persuade him away from this attitude of superiority. It continued to develop and prosper, and he eventually became the person that we know now, who is threatening the entire world by trying to undergo a process to perform the near miser conversion on the entire planet. And that is where we leave off.
Y'all hear what he
Did
said?
we find out that like he needed the blood of 2 descendants of a god?
He needs the blood of 2 descendants of a god who gained godhood through a gate of apotheosis, not just any god, as well as he needs the body of Zeus, the body of the physical manifestation of Zeus,
Y'all heard what
which
he
was
said,
buried in Legacy Crater south of River Run.
What's that, Tony?
I said y'all heard what he said though, right?
Which part?
He's afflicted with cyanocosis.
Yeah. Very nice.
Yeah.
Yes. It's canon. Valastrios named it.
Yep. Glad that
Well,
stuck.
it's a good thing Brandon's not in this game anymore, so that's one threat removed because he was a target.
True.
Yeah. That's all right. Shaz banged a lot.
Who
of
knows?
people.
Maybe
probably
he
got some
already
kids.
has. Maybe he already has the sample he needs.
Gavin doesn't even like to kill our characters on camera. You think he's gonna kill him off screen?
Also true.
Yeah, I've killed several characters on camera.
Yeah, no, you haven't.
Yeah, I have.
You killed Kelly's character.
And Brandon's in the last campaign.
I don't remember that part.
Yeah, he got power word killed in the in the
brought him
14
back?
fight.
Well, I'm just saying.
You
Kelly's character
did. You
actually
brought him back.
died. Like
Like, he was
she died in a
young,
car
I
wreck.
chose
It is
that.
God.
Oh,
That too.
Oh shoot! You know what? I didn't level up Neston. Oh, he's level 7.
We're not. You're supposed to be level 7.
Oh, okay. So I guess I did.
Yeah, you haven't made it to level 8 yet. Pretty soon, actually, but not yet.
Actually, well, Neston actually identifies as level 8, so I'm just gonna go ahead and change his.
You can call him level 8 if you would like. That is
What was your level at
Level
birth?
7. Yeah. What was your level at birth?
15.
I just need you to check a box here, man.
Yes.
All right. So that's where we leave off.
Oh, by the way, Arte, I don't know if you
Yes.
saw, but we're actually putting cameras up, so everybody here's in a Zoom meeting too. Well, at least some of us are. So if you want to pop in,
You
on
said
that,
everyone is in a Zoom meeting?
Yeah, I posted the link
I
in
did.
the general chat. If you want to hop in,
I did not know we had.
we're trying it for the first time today.
Oh, yeah, I do all of the other sessions on Zoom. Oh, that means
By
I have to
yourself?
call. Pardon?
By yourself?
No, man, my other campaign. We do it on Zoom.
Oh, how to say?
Oh, that's just
like,
weird. Just sit here real quick.
Oh, I mean, whatever floats your boat, bro.
I, mean,
Like,
I just
mean,
love looking at myself on cam. Oh wait, I don't have a camera on. Oh, I might have to switch. Okay, let me switch
that's
over. To my,
Your other sessions on camera, like,
If you don't have a
hi,
camera,
I
I mean, that's
mean,
fine. I mean, you just right now you just see me again.
no,
Really want you to
I'll
have
just
camera
use
at
my
the
tablet. That's what I usually do. Y'all can look at me. My side profile. It's pretty nice anyway.
I'm a fan.
You will be after this. Let me go put on a shirt though.
Do you have to?
I kind of do. Otherwise, I'm going to be
No, I
pointing
mean-
at you. It's a little nippy in here.
I mean,
Mm,
as long as you're wearing pants, you shouldn't be pointing. I'm just saying.
He's saying his nipple will get hard, Gavin.
Thank
Jeez.
you.
I get it, and I was making it a boner joke in case you didn't get
Yeah.
that.
Yeah, no, I got that one
Okay,
too.
all right, hold
I'm
up. Let's
Well-
address this whole message that Gavin sent after. So Anon sent a bunch of cryptic speech, and then Gavin said, "Yes, it counts for both people." Actually, hide her used canned tampons. So I have a lot of questions.
You don't
Actually-
speak undercommon?
No, I don't.
Oh, that's unfortunate.
I speak Elven and Common, I think.
Well, he was saying that he needs the blood of a god, and Anon was curious if period blood would suffice.
I also speak.
Of course, Anand was. Of course. Oh my god. Wow. Oh, I can't.
Okay, so where are we and what are we doing?
You are currently in Delrin Vandergrass's mansion, and you just finished talking to him. And at the end of the campaign, Raven actually walked off with him to have a private conversation. And actually, about that, so Raven comes back to you guys, and she says, "So, guys,
Yes.
I actually just recently got
like this.
an assignment
Hey, Marte.
from the Dark Sun."
So everybody's on camera now. They're started doing the sessions this way, and this guy and his wife play together. So they're set up beside each other with monitors and screens. It's actually pretty. I'm kind of jealous. I'm not gonna lie.
So Raven says, "I just got an assignment from the Dark Suns that's taking me away from here. I have to leave and go protect the Narkadar."
You know, I
Marte.
didn't notice how he actually did that character until you just like over exaggerated.
Hey, Marte, you got a lot.
Marte,
of
mute your Zoom. There we go. And then Raven also looks at you and says, Bon. Shut the fuck up. Bon.
Yeah.
Hey, Jess.
And then he says, "But for now," she says, "the ship is yours. Treat her well. I will wait here for the Dark Sun's ship. Bye. I will see the rest of you soon."
I have to go punch
I guess-
every person on the street along the way.
Hey, Marte.
Greetings. Welcome to my power office.
And that's it. You will see Raven again later, but
I'm assuming she's taking her bike.
the bike is back at the ship. You assume she'll probably swing by on the Dark Sun ship and grab it.
Okay.
And as she walks off into the sunset, you see a hobo walk up to her and ask for money, and she clocks him across the face.
Nice.
Oh, that's great. He's got to watch that. He's gotta...
And now that is where you leave off. Delrin
All right.
looks at the rest of you and says, "Now, if you wish to cash in on my offer, of course I do not mind. As your friend Lucas pointed out, what little sacrifice it is for a little money when it comes to the fate of 99% of the world. Simply go to the Heroes Guild and tell them that Delrin just asked to send them the bill, and I will foot the cost of one item whose value is less than 2,000 gold pieces. If you do not wish to cast in at the Heroes Guild, there are other shops that you may do so as well. And if you wish to be redirected to any of these places, of course the Guild Master of the Heroes Guild can direct you and point you in the right direction. And I sincerely wish the lot of you the best of luck. I pray for your safe passage. I pray for your survival. I pray for your success. And I'm sorry for the hand that I have played in this great calamity that we fight against.
Is there any message, anything that you'd like us to pass along to your son?
That I'm sorry for failing him.
Awkward. Well, I'm good to mosey on out of here if everybody else is. This is... Yeah.
Sounds good to me.
trying to resize this fucking zoom window.
Tony.
There we go.
Yo.
Line up your beard.
Yeah.
Yes.
At one point I had it like pretty long, and it was like down to a point like Leonidas. Pretty dope.
Cool.
I was supposed to go to a barber today to get it all lined up, but I slept through my alarm.
Hey, DM, if you could recap me on one other thing. Were we coming to this town just to talk to this guy, or do we also have like a short-term goal? Because I know he wants us to go kill the super bad.
Just to talk to him and get the scoop on everything that's going on. I mean, all that information you have is not public knowledge. That is classified information.
Sure.
And
he was the
Valorant
only
pointed
reason
you
that
in
we-
that direction because he felt like that was the only place you could get that information.
Okay, but that was like our only actual goal that we had to go to right now. I can't remember if we had like a guild mission or anything right now.
No, you don't. That was pretty much it.
Okay. Well, I guess let's go to the guild hall and find out what work they might have for us and go shopping.
Hey, have we taken a long rest since
Yes.
the vampire fight?
You got a long rest in the car
I
on the
got
way
roll some
there.
dice. All right, yeah, cool.
That was a
Okay.
very weird long rest.
Can you go into the combat tracker and rest everybody for me?
I thought I did. But yeah, I can.
And then I'm gonna, if you don't mind, I'm gonna go ahead and redo my spells because I haven't redone my spells in like 2 months.
Yeah, go for it.
Dope.
There, I just long rested everybody.
Dope.
You should add the catnap spell to your abilities if you can.
That's a good one if you have
He
like
already
a
has it.
warlock you're traveling
I
with.
believe that's a wizard spell.
It
That's
is.
that's not a cleric spell.
True that. I need that.
It's a good spell. I used to use it on Sean's warlock all the time.
Yeah,
I think
it's
you
a
used
really
it
good
like
spell.
one time.
You used it in the plane of fire.
Yeah, I remember
I think
using
we
it
used
for
it in
the-
the Lich
One
place
time-
too. I think we
one
used
time
it
is
in
more
the
than enough.
Necropolis. Yeah, but anyway. So yeah, to the guild hall.
All right. And it's not hard to find. As you descend the winding artificial hills that lead up to this manor, you see a building in the background with a large greatsword displayed pointing upward in the air that's sort of hanging above the doorway, as well as several stacks of steam pouring out of this building with various pistons and gears that just seem to be powering this building. And it clearly says Heroes Guild in very big letters right underneath the sword.
And what is the name of the town we're in? We're in Polschloft?
Polsloft, yes.
Polschloft.
Hey, what is the name of the
I didn't hear you, man.
Sorry, I had to mute it because my children are being very loud.
That's okay. What is the name of the what?
The name of the guy, what's his name? Guy that I hate, the one that was.
Oh,
had
Valorant
me at the back.
Archivist.
Yes.
The one that you
okay.
carved his name into your wrist? Or your
Oh yeah, I should remember it. I'm sorry. I carved it in a bad script, and I thought it said, Johnny or something.
Doucher
Okay.
McDoucherson.
Yes, Doucher McDoucher. Oh, I hate this man.
You forgot the name that's carved on your arm.
Yes, I forgot that I carved it. I wanna
That's impressive.
use-
I see that quick draw for whatever that's.
Yes,
I
I'm
use-
trying because they are like literally
Appreciate
running
the
around
effort, man. You're doing
screaming
good.
at the top of their lungs. My son's dressed like a character from Among Us, and he's running around the house screaming.
Oh, sweet.
I want to write a note that says, "I hate you. Your mother's a whore," and I want to put it in the courier and send it to him.
Okay, that's.
I have been thinking about that all week.
What is that? 10 gold pieces to send a message, I think?
Yes.
Go for it.
I want to put it in the speedy courier,
Gold or
and I
Speedy
want to
Courier.
send it.
Yeah.
And
That's
I
such an
want- I
awesome
just-
spell.
That's all I want. I've been thinking about it all week.
He uses his own Galder Speedy Courier, and you see a spectral chest floating in the air in front of you.
And
Do you open it and take the piece of paper out of it?
Mage Hand opens it and takes the piece of paper out.
You can't trick somebody with a Galder Speedy Courier. You always know what's in it. So
Do I know that it's a trap?
Yeah,
you can't trap a Galder Speedy
Yeah,
Courier. It's
if
pretty
you
clear that.
What
it's
if
a
you put
very-
a spring-loaded something in there? Okay.
Then you
I'll-
would know that it's in there. You
Okay.
automatically know the contents of the chest before you open it.
Okay, so what's in there?
It's just a piece of paper. You unfold
Alright,
the
what
piece
does
of
it
paper.
say? Yes.
It has a little kissy mark on the
You've
piece of
been
paper.
served child support.
Oh.
Child support. Okay. This is going to be a reoccurring theme. I just want y'all to know. Till he's dead, I hate him.
He blew you a kiss,
Fine.
and that is his response.
I'll blow him a Hershey's kiss.
Next time, just fart in the box and send it to him.
Didn't even know what it was.
He'll know it's a fart.
You might not figure it out. You gotta be very subtle about it.
Ooh, I could decapitate one of his loved ones and stick the head in the box. That would be great.
You do know from your time spent in Falthansia that agents have no family. It's almost like being a Jedi. They distance themselves from their family and devote themselves solely to the cause of preserving the utopia whenever they take on the
Is
role.
there a dark rogue agent?
No, they're a cult.
I mean, the Jedi were basically a cult, and then we got Anakin, so I'm sure there's a deviant somewhere.
And to be
Maybe.
honest, he's like I said, he's a cult dude. He's probably got some weird fetish or something. You know, he's
Yeah.
like he really loves his dog or fish or car or something like that. You gotta find the weakness, man.
He and his goat have a very tight bond.
blah blah black sheep.
Alright, yeah.
No.
Can we get to the session? Alright.
We
Alright.
shopping. Let's go shopping. Or
So-
whatever we're doing.
While
Yeah.
you are heading to the Heroes Guild, you're sort of stuck in traffic, as happens a lot in Pulseloft. And you actually notice on the left side of your car, you see an individual walking by the car. Long red trench coat. This is a Saurian human, meaning he's black.
Quick question:
why
Who
does he
is
know he's
driving
black?
the car now that not Raven's?
Yeah.
Is Bond driving?
Bond's always been the driver.
Oh, okay.
Oh yeah.
That's right. Raven's on the bike
Oh.
and Bond drives the car.
Yeah.
Got it. All right. Cool.
So you see this Saurian human walking by. His hair is in sort of dreadlocks, like long dreadlocks, tied back behind his head. Red hood pulled up. Well, actually, you wouldn't be able to see that. So his hood is not pulled up over his head. But typical armaments that you notice, he's got a revolver on his right hip, a sword on his left, and he walks up to the car in front of you, knocks on the window, and as soon as this person rolls down the window, you see him grab his revolver and point it at the person.
Does he point it sideways?
No, he doesn't point it sideways.
Oh, I see.
He points it the effective way.
Just a demographically related question.
Do you guys do anything?
I'm so impressed by how quick Marte is with that microphone. Just
Yeah, I pull out my revolver. Oh,
Whoa, whoa.
shit.
Fight guns with
Hey,
guns.
don't
More
interfere.
guns, guys.
Dude, I mean,
Remember-
I'm not gonna let an innocent. Like, I'm not gonna let
Hey,
that.
Is,
I
is,
thought my character stopped.
You've got
is-
5
we are.
seconds. 1,
No,
Two.
alright.
3.
I try to
Okay,
I hit
I
him with
pull out
the
my gun.
ability, the temporal stasis ability that freezes him in place.
That's what you're doing? All right, what kind of saving throw does that demand?
I don't remember, but I just know I have it. Give me a second. Haven't used it yet. DC unless the saving okay. Constitution saving throw against my spell save DC.
I'm gonna use luck on that one. It's a 19.
I don't know how I feel about that. Can I
Make
use
it
my
re-roll
ability
it.
to make you redo it?
Yeah.
You can if you
Re-roll
want.
it. Do it.
Is that what are you using Chronal Shift?
I am. Because I want you to be still and stop pointing that thingy at me.
So that was my reroll, the natural roll, which has a +7 on it. That was the roll that you made me re-roll from.
That's
So-
lame.
Still a 19. He pulls the trigger, and you see this guy's brains get splattered over the side of his car.
That's lame.
So we just pulled up to just see this guy just get murdered on the side of the road.
By an agent of the crown.
Oh,
And that's not the
okay.
last part. You see this agent walk to the back of the car.
Is this a different
And you
agent
s-
than the one from before?
Every
Yeah.
town has an agent. You see him hold up his hand, and this red aura encases the trunk. As he yanks his arm backward, and the trunk lid flies off, and you see a woman in the trunk of this car.
Okay. All right. I'm glad I didn't fall. All right.
And you hear all this going down as he helps her get out. Ma'am, are you all right? And he looks at the rest of you in the car and gives you a glare. And she just jumps up and hugs him and just says, Thank you, agent. Yeah, you literally almost enabled a kidnapping. Good job, Marte.
Yeah. Yeah.
Shouldn't have been doing it in broad
I
daylight.
didn't realize that this was an agent of the crown. Like it just you said it was
Yeah,
like some
I didn't
dude.
realize it either. I thought it was random dude.
described
from
the
Agent of
red
Crown
trench
description.
coat. I described that he carried a revolver and a rapier.
I never. Yeah, but do you really think I remember what these people
so
wear?
that is the
Nope.
standard dress of a
Okay.
Okay.
Agent of the
Well,
Crown.
if we
Alright, I-
backtrack
Going
and
forward,
I
just
knew
said
that
we recognize it
information,
as agent. You
Yeah,
gotta
I
give me
wouldn't
some of
have
them
done
Blues
it at
Clues
all.
level like hints,
Okay.
man.
No, right? Like,
because of the
yeah,
confusion, none of those spells were ever cast. Appreciate it.
I
Okay.
just kind of.
I'll give you that. I might have not clarified who he was, but this is very clearly an agent of the crown. The one thing that you notice is that Valran's Archivist, he had a crest of nobility on the back of his cloak, on the back of his trench coat, where this guy does not. The back of his trench coat is completely blank.
Is the nobility, does it like signify like which house he comes from?
Kind of. It signifies what noble family they come from. Valran's Archivist, he was nobility. Give me a history check before I explain all this.
Okay.
Bond, put back the gun. Can't you read the back of his cloak? Says Agent of the Crown.
I'm gonna say
Yes, I
don't
realize that now,
because I wouldn't.
and I put.
If somebody else wants to make a history check, but Lucas wouldn't know.
Ooh.
Okay.
I can do history. I can do it real good.
I
Put that
am
in
a
that one.
dumb.
I cannot.
We're all a bunch of idiots.
It's like I'm
Um,
negative
What
one
is
in
this history you speak of?
So
History.
Neston gets this, Anand doesn't, and I'm only going to give you the basic information from that 10. So, what you know, Neston, is that there was a point in time when to be an agent of the crown actually required nobility. With the previous king, before the current one, you had to be a noble to be an agent of the crown. Now, when the current king took his seat, he amended that and made it where anybody that wanted to, that could pass the academy and pass the trials, could become an agent of the crown, that it did not require nobility. But he kept the old tradition in place where those who are noble are allowed to display it on their uniform.
So do we know what noble family he came from with that?
Well, yeah, he's from the Jarkivus family, but this guy that you just see is not a noble. He does not have a crest on the back of his trench coat.
Okay. Well, I didn't know that Jarkarvis was
of the crown.
You know.
It's just one of the noble families that's just
Okay.
distantly related to the royal crown. And that gives him the status of nobility. So probably their grandparent was directly related to one of the reigning kings or queens.
So he doesn't have children, but he has family.
Sure.
That was weird, but okay.
But yes, he is a Jarkivus.
Hey, nice murder, bro.
Yeah, I just gotta give
Eyes
him
you
away.
again with a suspicious look.
I just covered.
And
my
then he
mouth.
speaks to you and says, I'm sorry, can I help you?
No, just passing through.
No, I'm
I suggest you continue on your way.
okay.
Agreed.
No business of yours.
Couldn't agree more.
I take it.
And he leads the woman off in a direction towards likely one of the guard stations.
I just.
Is it just me, or do they just kind of get on your nerves?
Who's gonna clean
Oh,
that?
I hate them. I hate them with a passion. I want to join their organization and degrade it from the inside.
I mean,
Yeah, you do
it
that.
seems a little weird that you can just murder people in the streets and like that's okay. We're not gonna question that.
It's not technically murder.
They have
They're-
too
they're
much
doing their job.
power.
But it's their job.
Okay. Well, let's go.
I mean, obviously.
Yeah.
This is coming from the person that doesn't think anything should be killed. All right.
Well,
Yes.
I mean,
You'll think they're doing their job.
well, that's because they are. It's different.
You
I think there's a better
explain,
way.
Neston, please.
Explain what? It's their job.
It's their job to murder people.
Well, I mean, I
Would
don't
your
agree
Lord and
with-
Savior agree with this?
Well, absolutely not. Balor is very righteous. I mean, but Balor has a strong, firm grasp, and he does not shy well against smiting his foes. He has been known once or twice, if you would like. And then Neston pulls out a big golden tome from his bag of holding. I can read you from the passages of Balor.
Nah, I think we're good. Is there a way
Let me-
around
let me
this
go ahead
car?
and
Like, are we
begin,
just
and-
stuck here?
So,
Yeah, you can get around it, and some guards have
Alright.
already began moving the vehicle anyway.
Okay, yeah.
So that's good.
So
I give them the wave, and I proceed on my way.
You know, that means they got a guy or a team that just like comes in and cleans up after whatever it is they do on a mission. Like that's like on their speed dial.
That sounds like the mafia.
Yeah. They know a guy
well, I mean, they
that can get rid of a guy.
Do you?
All right.
Do you guys get
there's
the same
certain
feeling that I
actions that
am?
the law of Falthansia has significantly less tolerance for than other governments.
Have
We murder
Every
the people.
time
you
we've
don't get to
encountered-
murder the people. That's how it works.
Right.
Yeah, pretty much. You get that license to kill.
I
man.
don't trust them. I get a terrible feeling every time we encounter one of these agents.
Oh, I think we.
You know,
agreed.
I just hope
Definitely
I don't get caught stealing shit.
Then don't steal anything.
Or people.
yeah. I
Hey,
mean,
y'all
it's-
haven't
it's
noticed
not-
me once steal anything, all right?
I
Y'all don't
tried
know
to
what I've
notice you, and
stolen.
I could not. I tried really hard to notice you.
Exactly. See, I pride myself in that.
Actually, we have, and I don't appreciate it.
You've seen me steal. What, Gavin? When have you seen me steal shit?
Fix it.
I think they picked you out of a crowd once as you were pickpocketing somebody.
Yeah. My passive perception is 18, and you rolled an 18. I remember that. That was the very first session
Yeah.
with Marte. Very first session with Marte.
Well, to be fair, those people were picking on Marte, so you know.
They did deserve it. He's like, and I walk through the crowd, and I pick their wallets as I get up to them, and I'm just like, oh, okay, yeah, they deserve it.
It's a very rogue thing to do.
Like,
Honestly, it is.
Are you okay?
Are you okay? Like, hey, and then I gave him some of that money. Let's be like, come on now.
You did. You did.
so
Yes, you
that
did.
makes you an accomplice, Anon.
Oh,
Congratulations.
I've
on
breaking no
breaking the law with.
issues, but I don't care. The law's made to be broken.
I don't think that's.
Now
It
me and
is.
you are gonna get along
Like-
just fine. Anon.
If it's exploitable, then it wasn't strong enough.
All right, you guys
All
gonna
right,
make your way
are
to the
we-
Heroes
I-
Guild?
I don't
Yeah,
think
like
that's-
we're
that's
driving
not how it
as this
works.
conversation's going on.
All right. So you enter this Heroes Guild, and it's a moderately sized Heroes Guild, a little bigger than the one in Glimward Rest, but not quite what everybody but Anand experienced in King's Crest. The Heroes Guild in King's Crest was massive. This one, it's sizable. It's big enough to do the job. That's what she said. Anyway,
Yes.
as you enter this Heroes Guild, you see a lot of gnomes around. In fact, when you even get to the front door of this Heroes Guild, you notice there's sort of a mechanism where there's two door handles on this. And for such a blended city with such a high population of gnomes, but also, well, non-gnomes, it sort of makes sense. There's a door handle that would be at a suitable level for someone of normal height, and then there's one about 3 feet shorter than that. But they both open the door. As you enter this Heroes Guild, there's tables of various sizes, and many of these gnomes sitting around and studying pieces of literature or tinkering on little devices on tables as they enjoy their meals and their drinks. As you look behind the counter and you see a near miser individual that you imagine to likely be the guild master of this place.
I walk up to the guild master and basically give greetings. Hi, we've been sent here to, shop.
You see this individual has long, flowing white hair, male from appearance. He just seems to be wearing, he has a pair of goggles that he keeps on his forehead. He has a monocle. He appears to be carrying some kind of cane, like a brass cane with a curved end, as well as like a iron bangle on one arm and a pocket watch with a very long chain that seems to be tucked away in his pocket. Very proper looking individual. He looks at the rest of you and says, "Of course, if you could just show me your hero badges. My name is Shalakar, by the way. I am the guild master of this humble establishment. It is a pleasure to make your acquaintance."
Likewise.
Hello.
Greetings, sir.
If I could just see your hero badges, please.
Yeah, I flash them on.
I
Mage
just
hand
point to
shows
mine
the
that's
badge.
very visible out on the front of my coat.
You remember you have to carry it upwards in your palm so it glows to ensure that you are the owner of said badge.
I will do exactly that.
Oh man, I didn't realize it's such a knockoff from the
Fine.
witch's symbol, but okay. Because we don't have to do that with ours.
It's to prevent
question.
theft. It's to ensure that the person holding it is its owner.
It's the
And that it
same
is not
thing with
stolen.
the witch's brooch, but we don't have to do all that palm stuff. We just, show it. It's our badge.
Well,
of
maybe
honor.
they're not as
So,
magically inclined as you guys.
So if these were to be stolen, would a hero, like entire hero guild, would to be stolen of these badges, they would not be able to buy stuff or do anything with them with the heroes guild anymore? How
That
would
is
that work?
correct. Unless a proper pact is made with the item, unless a drop of your own blood is infused into it in the presence of a heroes guild, one cannot be made, and a stolen one will not glow when held upwards in your palm.
Yeah, I'll just palm mine and hold it up.
Hi guys,
Interesting.
I'm officially here.
Hey, Kit.
Welcome in there, Kit.
If you guys see my facial expressions while working, do not be offended. My customers are idiots.
That's fine. I totally get it. So he says, "Well, I will. Let's take a look at the inventory as I share this to you guys now."
Oh, stuff. Oh. Oh, she bad.
Oh, there's.
Oh.
Oh, there's a lot of stuff.
Oh.
A lot of scrolls. Scroll on and off.
Lights on. Lights off.
Activated by clapping. I must know this.
Oh, son of a bitch.
I know it's spell shard, but I'm like, spell's hard.
It really is.
Spell's hard.
I was like, ooh, that one's mine. Spell's hard.
Well, do you see anything that suits your fancy?
I mean, maybe there's a lot of stuff here.
Can't give us a minute.
I see a scroll of Dimension Door.
I don't know what would be good for me. That's my issue.
Well, do keep in mind that once you leave here, there is actually a firearms shop that just opened up down the street. Only opened up about a week ago, by the name of Al's Alchemical Arms. He's quite the character, but if you seek firearms, I would suggest visiting that place.
Yay! All right, I go to that place. I'm like, yeah, guys. Yeah, I'll see y'all. This scroll stuff. Y'all have fun with that. Your boy's got it. Anybody who else wants to come shoot some guns, I'll be.
we'll get to that here in a second once they're done looking through this store.
Understood. Why that is, I'm going to go get my dinner. I'll be right back.
Gotcha. Part of this will be a shopping episode. It happens.
Cool. I love it.
I have a
Like
question
shopping.
real quick for the GM. The chest of preserving, are you considering that along the same lines as the bag of colding?
Sort of, but it's a lot bigger.
Right.
It's literally it's like a big foot locker, basically.
Yeah. So you could put like potions and herbs and stuff that won't like and foods in it that won't perish.
Yeah, and food and stuff like that. That's
Or
commonly
like
what it's
set-
used for. Actually, is food. It's
What
kind of
about
the sort
a
of the
severed
same.
head?
Sure.
I just have to ask these questions. They're going to come up at one point.
It says food and other perishable items do not age
Mhm.
or decay while inside it.
Well, I mean, depending on the type of person you are, a severed head or a body part could be a perishable item.
He's not wrong.
Indeed. It means what it says with everything that is implied.
I see what I want.
Is it a scroll?
No, it is the last item on the list.
Technomancy?
Wand of Technomancy. I would like that.
I don't want any of this.
All right. He says the Wand of Technomancy. That will cost about 1,000 gold pieces. It's quite a rare piece.
That
An
is fine.
arcane propulsion
I will
arm.
take it.
Of course, of course.
And Neston, you might be pretty good off with the finder's goggles. I don't know who's got high wisdom, high insight.
I actually have both of those.
Do you already have the finder's goggles?
No. I have a high wisdom and a high insight.
Yeah, well, those are the finder's goggles. Just add on to that. When you make an insight check, you get to add a D4 to the number you roll.
Yeah.
So in here, when I add a wand and I equip it, will it add the spells to my abilities list, or do I have to remember them?
You'll have to remember them. I'll add them for you, but
That's
it
so
probably won't be this session. Would I? And he actually
D&D
looks at
Beyond
Ollie
would
and he
never.
says, "You look like a rather athletic individual. Perhaps you'd be interested in this clockwork-enhanced footwear?"
Don't do it. It's a trap.
It's a trap.
I mean, she already moves faster than 30 feet, and she already has boots of speed, so I don't know if she can wear footwear on top of the boots of speed.
It looks like they're not even boots. It looks to be like a mechanical apparatus that fits over your legs.
Oh, like Forrest Gump.
Dude,
Kind
what
of,
are you
yeah,
trying
yeah.
to make? A freaking
Like Forrest Gump.
a speedy fast freaking barbarian?
Yeah, the
Yeah.
thing is, she'll be able
Tank
to
on speed.
jump 3 times her height. I don't even know how many tool
Bro.
slots do you have open. I don't even know if you have any.
I don't think I've got any.
Okay. So the second part for the finder goggles allows you to cast make a wisdom insight check and cast locate creature to try and find the creature. Correct?
It's
Is it two in
anytime you
one?
make a wisdom insight check, you can roll a d4 and add the number. So it's a solid bonus that you always get to make whenever you make an insight check. That's separate from the second bullet.
And those are 1,225.
These are also 1,000 gold pieces
Oh yeah, no,
for the
that's
finder's
too rich.
goggles.
Too rich for my blood.
It won't let me click on the spell to see what it does.
Wait. All
What
of this is
spell are you
getting
trying to
paid
see?
for up to $2,000.
One item per person up to a value of 2,000.
Yeah.
Neston,
Oh,
would you like
question,
me to give you the
Gavin, can they
gold to
take-
get that?
Can we pay off like 100? If it's like 100, it's like a 2,100, and then the 2,000 get paid off, or is that not possible?
Could I just have the gold?
I mean, technically you could. It's not like he's giving you 2,000 apiece. It's a single item of up to a value of 2,000 per person.
Yeah.
But if it is over 2,000, yeah, I mean, you would imagine it'd be taken off.
Okay, cool.
Well, it's kind of a bummer because like I could take the gold reward and then the chest is only worth 50 gold. So can I take the gold reward and then buy the chest?
Or you could just get multiple things up to a value of 2,000. Well, no, it's just one item.
Yeah, you said just one item.
So no, it's just one item.
I think I would rather have the gold.
He didn't offer the gold.
Dick.
I might as well buy the most expensive thing in here.
Perhaps a periaft of wound closure. That's 112 gold pieces.
No, that's a tunable. I can't wear it. I'm already full up.
How much for the?
You've already got 5 items.
Is it 5 items? No,
It's
I have
5.
4.
Yeah, it's 5.
I got 4.
Ooh, that elixir of health looks pretty good.
Never mind. I have 2.
The elixir of health is quite pricey. That'll be 1,000 gold pieces for that elixir.
I have a cleric.
The elixir. What are you talking about?
There's
Oh,
an elixir of health in there.
How much for the spell shard?
The spell shard, that will run you... That's just a mere 75 gold pieces.
Sure, I'll take the spell shard.
Of course.
What
of
does a
course.
fine scroll do?
I think
really
it's
what now?
just for like
The
It's
reading
scroll.
making a scroll.
Oh, it's
later.
just a blank scroll that he has for sale?
Where are you seeing
In
that?
this list, I see 2 fine scrolls.
And
Under
then
Finder's
one
Goggles.
superior scroll.
And then
There's
one
some that I
superior scroll.
haven't identified. I apologize for that.
The one right
Please
above the
do.
wand is just a superior scroll, and the 2 above the parapet of the wound.
I was like, why do I want blank scrolls? But
Yeah,
maybe it's just me.
I was sitting there thinking, I was like, oh, okay, a fine scroll.
One of
You
them
can
was
make
a
really
scroll
nice
of Phantom Steed.
Nice.
Oh.
I mean, couldn't you get a clear scroll or like a unwritten scroll, write it yourself, and then give it to a person that doesn't have it?
There's
Yes.
a whole process of creating a scroll, though. It's more than just writing some stuff on a piece of paper.
Can you
figured
identify
that,
it and then relink it so we can read it?
Yeah, so there's also the scroll of Detect Magic. There...
I do that myself.
I do as well.
Are there any scrolls that aren't identified now?
Right underneath Finder's Goggles, it says Find Scroll.
Yeah.
Scroll of Alarm. There we go. You guys you can close it and click on that link again in the chat, and it should be updated. I thought I identified everything.
I'm still in it and updated everything.
Okay.
I want the Phantom Steed.
I want. I want the scroll of banishment for sure.
Phantom Steed and Dimension Door. How much for the 2 of them?
Scroll of Phantom Steed and the Scroll of Dimension Door. The Phantom Steed is 133 gold pieces, and the Scroll of Dimension Door will run you 546 for a total of 679 gold pieces for the pair.
Done.
Yeah,
I
but
would
you can
have-
them for free.
Yeah, one of them free. You got to pay for the other one.
So you said 6 how much? 6 what?
679 gold pieces. for both of the
679.
scrolls.
Got it.
How about this Scroll of Synchronicity? This is quite a nice piece.
Yeah, I can't even pull up the spell for that.
I couldn't pull up the spell for any of them.
It's a homebrew. Well, it's not homebrew. It comes from Modern Magic.
Okay.
Is that a module that we can grab?
No,
The-
I kind of had to input stuff in. I just linked the spell into the chat.
That wand that I just got, the Wand of Technomancy, has synchronicity in it. I just don't know what it does.
Oh, this is so much.
It also has heat metal, and that's a good spell.
Is there a too long didn't read part for any of these spells? Hey, can I put the propulsion arm on somebody that already has 2 arms so they can have 3 arms?
No, it says acquires attunement by a creature missing a hand or an arm.
Hey, Molly, you want to lose an arm real quick?
No.
You can. You don't want to Luke Skywalker this shit up?
Jesus Christ.
No.
All right, fine, whatever. Just crush all of my dreams in this stupid game.
Sorry,
Whatever.
I'm no
I just want a metal arm.
Okay, you can be Ed Elric then.
fun.
I'll do it.
Full metal.
Full
Yes,
Metal
I think it's
Alchemist.
a lot of
Full Metal Alchemist.
Alchemist.
All right, yeah, I don't need anything from here.
I'm not seeing, as far as I can tell, anything I would use. So
Perf out of wound closure because you're the only one that's died so far, or come close. Maybe, I don't know.
it's not my fault. It's not my fault that happened.
Hold up now. Hold up.
Now, I did receive a note from one Delrin Vandergrass that he will be footing the bill for part of your purchase here.
Huh?
I received a note from Delrin Vandergrass that he will be footing the bill for part of your purchase here.
Uh huh.
For who? All of us?
Yes, for
Yeah.
the lot of you.
Yeah. Okay. Let me
But I already
raise my.
deducted the
You
money.
lead with that.
Give me my money back then.
Let me get the chest of preserving. I'm just gonna.
All sales are
Let
final.
me just grab that.
Did you not hear like the last conversation about him paying $2,000 for one item? Up to 2,000.
I mean, I was told a final figure. I thought all the math was done.
Was it 2,000
Beforehand?
for one item or for one item each?
One item each.
Oh, alright.
Okay, so I
Actually-
didn't spend any money during this entire thing, is what you're telling me.
Not as of yet. He also says, perhaps, I have another of these wands of technomancy.
Oh,
Would
well, I'm
perhaps
putting my
anybody
money
else prefer to purchase one as well?
I'll just take the chest.
I would recommend someone getting the wand. It's really cool. I already have one.
Do you happen to have
Can't
a...
use it?
I just added all my money back, by the way.
That's fine.
Well, I suppose...
Do it! Then we can cast the same spell simultaneously.
Yeah, I'll
Yeah.
I'll
Kit, you
use
should
my
definitely grab
front the bill to get the wand of technomancy.
So if we stick our wands together,
That's a
and
tip.
touch the tips as we cast the spell, would it cast it
If
at
you
a higher
dock your
level?
wands,
If we dock the wands, we could do a higher cast.
We'll do the full DBZ dance as we do it.
That would be awesome. Yeah, that would be perfect.
Yeah, so the enhanced footwear, I think the only person that would benefit would be like Vaughn, in all
Yeah.
honesty. Because Molly can't wear heavy armor. And she already has powerful build.
well,
So
it's
her-
not really heavy armor.
Well, yeah,
the,
but
the
it's,
main thing
it
you would get
says-
from it is just the increased jump distance.
Right. But she has powerful build and she can't wear heavy armor, so that wouldn't really do much for her other than the
Whoops.
jump.
Bro, this synchronicity spell is epic. Have you not read this?
I'm gonna go ahead and grab the wound closure thingamadugan.
Of course.
So, quick, run me down some prizes. I got the spell shard. What is the scroll of banishment cost?
The Scroll of Banishment, that will run you 412 gold pieces for that scroll. It is quite a fine piece after all.
Alright, and what about the finder's goggles?
The Finder's Goggles, those have a price of 1,000 gold pieces.
I kind of like those. And my insight sucks. So, maybe I'll also get those. So, yeah, sure. Slap me down for... I'll front the bill or whatever with my wand of technomancy. And then I want to get... Where's my phone? I can't do math. I'm a grown-ass man. I've been to school forever.
Paramedic. No math for me.
No, I do not know
I
math.
understand right now, 546 plus 133 is 679. For the Wand of Technomancy, that is 1,679, adding the chest, 1,754. You
I
are
don't
getting
like it.
2 wands, so that is 2,754 in addition to the finder's goggles for an extra 1,000. That is 3,754 gold pieces you have as of now for your bill, which does indeed fall within the coverage that this Delrind offered you.
So we
Did somebody buy distort value already?
However, after this point, I must say everything else will cost you.
I have Distort's value as a spell.
Oh, why don't you cast it so we can get more for our buck?
It's only one.
Get the distort value, then cast it. Then
we're getting this for free.
no, we could get twice as much for free.
Well, you can only
Robin
use it
No,
Blind.
you're only allowed to have one fucking item, goddammit. But
Come
You're
on.
All right, so I just want to make it clear. I know you ran through the numbers and everything there, Gavin. 4 things that I'm getting for me, and that was included was the spell shard, banishment scroll, the goggles, and the wand.
Yes, that's what I got. You got the spell shard, the scroll of banishment. You have the. Let me go ahead and. You have the finder's goggles. So you've got the scroll of banishment, spell shard, finder's goggles, and wand of technomancy.
All right, yeah, cool. I will take out my spell book out of my coat and I will put it in my satchel in the back pocket, and you'll maybe hear a slight scream as I open the satchel and put it in there. Don't worry about it, witch stuff.
that's all I need to hear.
That's some pretty juicy stuff, I'm not going to lie. Has anybody ever used protection from ballistics before? I'm not really familiar with that one.
It just protects you from ranged weapons, basically.
Okay.
Exclusively ballistic weapons. So we're talking bullets, missiles, rocket launchers, anything that requires a combustion effect to make the attack.
Basically, you're fully immune to bond. And
No,
any other.
you're basically resistant to bullets.
I mean,
What about bullets that explode?
what about a trebuchet or a ballista?
It says this spell enchants the flesh of the target against the impact of bullets. Until the spell ends, the target has resistance to non-magical ballistic damage.
Okay.
Mm.
Okay, that's pretty cool.
Ooh, non-magical. Okay.
Yes, that's specific. But if y'all didn't see synchronicity, you use that, everything just lines up in your life. You drive, the lights are always green. Speed limit's always right. I really like that spell.
Maybe that
And it also gives you advantage on stealth checks, and it also gives you advantage on checks you make to drive a vehicle.
Hey, so Molly is going to take the elixir of health.
The elixir of health?
Yeah.
Yep.
That will be...
You never know.
Because you've purchased so much, that'll be 750 gold pieces. I'll discount a portion of the price.
All right, so it's, I'll front the bill for everybody here. So two.
Out of this, all the group is spending is 750.
Okay, I will give him 750 gold.
Okay.
So that puts me
Cool.
at 14,
The items are all linked. It is your responsibility to put them in your inventory. You know what you bought.
All right, Gavin. What's the goods?
All right. Is it okay if we go ahead and fast forward to Bond's thing?
So just to make
Would
sure,
you guys
I
probably want to head
understand
over there?
This, so the spell shard, I just don't even need a spell book anymore. It just replaces
The spell shard just works as a spell book.
Okay.
Yes. So essentially, you have a telepathic bond with your shard. Almost think of it like you have like think of it like having a photographic memory of your spell book. Anytime that you hold this shard, you can link with it and just have an image in your brain of the writing of all of your spells that you have prepared, and all the spells in your spell book.
Sweet. I like it. Cool.
So when you learn a new spell, like from a scroll, you have to still transition that into your spell book and then
Yeah,
remember
I saw
it.
that. I just want to make sure I got.
Oh, I was just that was a question.
Actually, no, it literally is a replacement for a spell book. It's just a
So,
shard that
how
acts
do
as a
you-
spell book.
How do you transfer the spells from?
It's just a
scrolls to-
magical process. It takes all the same ingredients.
Oh,
You
okay.
write the spell on the surface of the crystal in the same way, and when you're done, it fades into the crystal.
Do
So
you
it's
have
like
to use it as a focus, or can you just affix it to your person?
It doesn't say it can be used as a focus. It literally is.
Okay.
It does everything a spellbook does.
Okay.
And spell books are focuses.
Does it? Well, then it's a focus.
Because
it
I was
does-
thinking of putting it in the center of your chest like Iron Man, so your hands are free.
Yeah, but then how do you write spells on it?
Yeah,
Like
well, I
upside
got
down
like a
and
whole cool
backwards?
thing
It's
about
wait, he
these
said it was a
songs,
magical
so, man,
process.
I can't
he
really
did.
get away with that.
Yeah, but it's still the on principle, it's the same.
Okay. Magic, it works in mysterious ways.
Yes.
All right, I'm
So-
good to skip ahead.
All right. I'll say, just so you're all there, that you arrive shortly after Bon, and Bon, what you see in this place is you walk in and you see this tan-skinned human, wildly like crazy spiky black hair. It looks like he hasn't combed his hair in a month. Think like he just looks fucking insane. This individual is tall and lanky, appears to be like 6'3", but like 140 pounds. He's like a human skeleton, basically. You see him with grease stains all over his face, and his clothes also darkened and burned and torn as he looks at you and he says, "Well, hello! Welcome
Okay,
to Al's
alright.
Alchemical Arms!"
Alright, before I get into that, I'm just like, I take a deep breath in and like, man, I love the smell of gunpowder. And then I walk in,
Oh, it
and
smells
then like, I
like
guess,
gunpowder.
what?
It smells like gunpowder in this place.
Oh, I bet it does. I've no doubt it does. Yeah, and I'm like, all right, yeah, you're
Nice.
crazy. All right, you got to chill. Okay.
Right when he starts saying this is when the rest of you guys get here. What can I do for you?
Nope, I'm out.
Calm down first, please. I can't. Not today.
He can't hear very well, can he, Gavin?
I leave.
You think you can hear okay, but you're not really sure why he's screaming.
Gotcha. Okay. Well, I asked him what he's got for sale, and
He says, "I do alchemical arms here, you see. Everything I make is all magic." And he does like jazz hands like this when he says magic. That's right, you don't have a Zoom. Picture jazz hands. And
yeah, I
he's
gotcha.
and he's like, "Yeah, just take a look at what I got." And I'm gonna share the inventory with you.
Gotcha. All right.
He walks over to the wall and he pulls what looks like to be this tiny grenade launcher off the wall, and he says, "This is what I call explosive deatheria." And then, alarmingly, he turns down to the firing range behind him and lobs off a round of this thing, which just blows up a target, leaving this like steaming, poison-looking darkness in its wake when it explodes.
Explosive deatheria.
That looks awesome.
We've also
But
got
it's not
hailstorm.
exactly why I'm here. So you only do explosives? You like explosive
I'd like to
expert?
say everything I have is explosive, but no, not in the traditional sense. Here, take a look at this baby right here. He walks over to the wall and says, "This is hailstorm!" As he holds this like icy-looking shotgun in front of you. And while he's talking like this, he's like loading shells into it. The dude actually knows his way around some firearms. Turns down to the firing range, shoots another target, and you see these ice crystals explode out of the end of this shotgun as you hear like this crackling like sound as you see this target get pierced by all these crystals, and also it leaves sort of a residue of ice.
That's cool, but I'm more into guns that have a longer range, and I set down my like rifle on the I guess. Does he have a counter? I guess. Yeah.
He has a counter. You seem like you'd like an ionizer. As he walks over to the wall and he pulls off this slightly oversized rifle that you can see it has like this transparent barrel that's sort of just in a sliver across both sides. It's a metal barrel, but there appears to be some kind of reinforced magical glass on both sides of the barrel too, so you can actually see through the barrel if you look at it from the correct angle. As he turns it to the range, pulls the shot, and you literally just see a lightning bolt shoot out of the end of this rifle and set one of these straw targets on fire.
On fire?
Well, it was made out of straw, but yes.
Oh, okay. Yeah, I gotcha.
This is the ionizer. My newest creation.
Newest, okay.
See,
How much you willing to?
Well, first, you gotta let me explain what it does.
All right.
The ionizer, these weapons are all fueled by alchemy, hence the name of my shop. It uses the steel or the iron of the round as a fuel source, turning into pure magic. And he does another jazz hands.
I like the jazz heads. All right. Oh, gotcha. So there's no way to change the bullets into explosives. Only the guns. Okay.
But you load it with regular rounds, but
Gotcha.
it turns your bullets into fuel for the lightning.
Is this
That
guy a
sounds-
gnome?
This guy's human.
Oh.
That sounds awesome. I like it a lot.
Well, for the low cost of 1,200 gold pieces, this can be
Oh.
yours.
1,200. All right. Yeah. No deal. Yep. Just bill it on what's his face. Didn't you get a note or something? Like, I'm not paying for this. Someone else is. Just let you know. But yeah.
He looks disappointed and says, I suppose.
Hey, you'll still get compensated for it. Like, I'm not the one paying for it, but you still get paid.
I'll make sure of that. I will go see
Yeah,
him
make sure that-
myself.
Yes, you go talk to the guild master. He knows the person. You got that.
Now, but while I got you here, see, the
Okay.
ionizer, fine, that's covered. But take a look at these. As he reaches under the counter and grabs a metal box, puts them on top of the counter and opens them up, and you see two different revolvers of varying sizes. See, these are Matchbox Junior and Matchbox Senior. Quite a fine pair of revolvers. Yeah, let me show you. And he grabs Matchbox Senior and points it down range and empties the clip. As you see, as these bullets tear through these straw targets, it leaves fire in its wake. As you can see, 6 more of these targets have all set on fire. He does not seem to care about the fact that the fire appears to be spreading.
Why are all the guns in the shop loaded already?
Because he's insane.
Those
they
bitches love
both,
cannons.
both junior and senior does that?
Junior's just a little smaller, but she still packs a punch.
That's what she said.
Gotcha. And you're selling them as a pair.
Or individually. But I'll give you a discount if you buy the pair.
Neston raises his hand.
I thought you left.
I thought you left. He says,
He comes back.
yes!
Do you
Hello, Holy One!
I just kind of pop up behind
I'm
Nick.
not offending you, am I, with my various armaments here? I swear they were all responsibly made. have not been tested on living people yet.
Crazy thought. Could you load one of your ammunitions into a weapon that when it hits people, it goes off? Like a hammer.
By what you
or something.
mean?
Like a hammer. Like when you hit something, it goes like boom. Or like boo.
Seems like a custom piece of work, but perhaps I could.
Are you wanting to go on a crusade, Nestor?
What? Heavens no.
Hammer your truth into some poor unwitting fellow.
Well, no. I mean, first rule of engagement with somebody who doesn't know anything is to engage them in the light of Pelorn. Show them how the love of Selune can embrace them.
While you're having this conversation, he's putting out the fire with Hailstorm as he's just walking down his range, firing off bolts of shotgun blasts.
I love
So
it.
while you're talking, it's just
Yeah, it's very loud in here. I would appreciate it if you didn't continue to shoot firearms.
the fire! He says as he keeps shooting ice at all the fire that's still spreading.
Oh,
almost spit my water. You gotta chill out.
So, question. Well, actually, my buddy has a question.
Yes,
Or had a
holy
question.
man!
Huh?
He looks at you.
I thought.
I already asked my question. That was the only thing I wanted to ask. While I was outside, I had some time to reflect and contemplate, and that's all.
All right. So I've got a
He
question.
says
of
as he
my
keeps
own.
shooting shotgun blasts down
Yep,
range
I'm
to try to
going
put out
back
the fire.
I'm going back outside. I'd leave again. It's just too much.
Yeah, I kind of like this guy.
I kind of like you too!
I'll get you some.
How am I just imagining this human being, someone from like the deeps of either like Tennessee or Texas with a beer gut?
So
And a
I'm
bagel
actually
hat.
imagining like Torg from Borderlands with this guy.
That's what I'm saying. That's what I was thinking. I was thinking the exact same thing, bro. I was thinking.
Yes, yes.
Never played Borderlands, so
Dude, gotta- it's explode.
Blowjobs!
I can do under Windows 2. Blowjobs.
Dude, you gotta play Borderlands. You got to. It's so good.
It's
I'm gonna give Brandon a hard time until he buys it for me.
It's
Yes,
so, it's
do
the
it.
dumbest.
There's
game
only
you'll
3 of
ever
them.
play.
They're great. No, they're great.
Well, no.
They're great games.
So,
Anyways,
how about Matchbox? Matchbox Junior or Senior? You want
I'll
both
take
or
both.
just one?
I'll take both of them. But another thing I want to say is, do you think it'd be possible to make it to where a rifle shoots out poison rounds?
I mean, I sold you a rifle that shoots an actual fucking lightning bolt. I would imagine that would probably be possible.
Okay, just wondering. I like my rifle now. I like this rifle. I love it. Thank you. It's like a rail gun. It's awesome. And yeah, I'll take both the Matchbox Senior and Junior.
You know what would be cool? A
What's
small
that?
concealed weapon that is a one shot with any spell of my choosing.
You want to enchant a weapon. You want something that'll store a spell.
Yes, and I shoot it, and boom, there's a ball of gravity sucking everything in.
So you want a black hole gun?
I mean, it's
Yes,
it's possible, but
there's a joke.
wouldn't
in there
you
somewhere.
prefer to just go to an enchanter for that? I mean, I could
But you're
store
a gun guy.
spell and a gun,
What
but
you do? You're a gun guy.
I am a gun guy.
You
I
can't
am a
make
gun
it
guy.
go. Come on. Put
I can
black
make
hole in
anything
gun.
go boom.
Okay.
It's just a matter of whether you have the time to wait. These things do not happen instantly. It takes this mind, as he points to his head, to bring these things to reality.
fine.
I
You
really
could just
feel
courier it to
doing the spells is a little higher intelligent thing. That's like doing some like real like neurosurgeon stuff and like yeah, this is not the neurosurgeon. This is whacking with a hammer. So if you want the guy doing neurosurgery on your gun, he'll whack it with a hammer.
What about one that shoots fireballs? Yeah.
But
I just want to know if you have cannons, for the love of God.
would you prefer?
Probably.
Well, you could have a Matchbox Senior. That is a hand cannon. I have multiple sets. Or would you prefer explosive Deatheria? As he grabs it and fires another explosive round downrange.
Oh my gosh. How much is it going to cost me for Matchbox them both?
500 for the pair.
Okay. Oh, did you want to ask a question? Someone else? Someone else? I thought I heard someone. Hello?
Somebody else have a question? I thought somebody did.
Nah,
Yeah.
I do want to hit an enchanter.
Kit, you wanted a hand cannon, you said, right?
Yes.
Yeah, the Matchbox Senior is a hand cannon. That's the only difference. Junior's a revolver, Senior's a hand cannon. But they
Okay.
do the same thing.
And if we go to the enchanter, can I have him do something to it?
Well, the problem is that these are already enchanted. It's possible to stack enchantments, but that comes with a high risk, even for skilled enchanters, to just destroy the item entirely.
Fair. I'm gonna note that for later. But yes, I'll take senior.
That'll be 350 gold pieces for Matchbox Senior.
All right. And would you want my old one to have fun with? As I pull out my other hand cannon.
It's a nice piece. I could do better.
Fair.
Oh, you
how
want to
about I
sell it to me? Because I'll purchase it.
How much do you think it's worth?
He pulls down these goggles that he has on his forehead, and as he does so, you see this like one little lens sort of extend out until it's like a micro lens as he looks at the item. Not too much wear, decent caliber. Suppose I'd buy this one from you for 100 gold.
Messaging.
You imagine buying one of these guns brand new would probably cost you 150 to 175, something like that. So it's actually not a bad trade-in price.
I throw him 3 flint. Okay, all right, sorry, you go ahead.
No, if you want to pop in because I'm trying to figure stuff out. So go.
Basically, if you
Nah,
traded your gun in, it'd take 100. It would take 100 off. So instead of spending 350, you'd spend 250.
Right.
Trade your gun in, or you can keep the pair if you want to dual wield.
My mind just went, I could be Todoroki. One ice cannon, one fire cannon.
That would be cool.
No, they're both
Do
fire.
you say anything of the sort to him? Because you also see on the wall what looks to be a small version of the Hailstorm shotgun that he hasn't stopped firing off, by the way. He's still trying to control this fire in the back of his shop with this icy shotgun. He shows you this, the mini Hailstorm. It's basically like a sawed-off shotgun, pretty much. It can be held in one hand.
Okay. Sorry, guys.
Oh, you're good. No worries.
I throw 3 flintlock pistols down, 1 grenade launcher, and I'm like, these are I got Matchbox Junior, Matchbox Senior, and the grenade launcher's not really my style. So how much you willing to give for this?
Let's see. I'll take 300 off for the bulk. These revolvers that you had, they're okay. They're okay. Not
Agreed.
quite as good a quality as the hand cannon that your companion just traded into me.
Agreed. Yeah.
So if you trade all this stuff into me, make sure you delete that from your inventory because you are trading in and you no longer have it. I'll cut the price in half. So 250 instead of 500 for the pair.
Gotcha. Yep. A deal.
All right. So you know what you bought. I linked it in the chat.
Mhm.
Add it to your inventory, or you don't have it. Because last campaign I tried to have the responsibility of adding items to people's inventory, and I forgot a lot of things. So it's you guys' responsibility this time around.
And the weight still stays there, or no? It counts if there's like blank. Does the weight not count?
I would just right-click that one particular item and delete it.
Okay.
Hey, Gavin, I know you're in the middle of doing your thing, but can we get the jams back going?
Yeah. Sorry about that.
That's all good, man. To be honest, we were all just ensnared in that character anyway.
Yeah. Yeah. What a character. Oh, and you know what? On top of that, I'll give him my bolt action rifle.
You're trading in your bolt-action rifle?
Are you sure you want to do that?
No, yeah, actually, I'll keep that. I'll keep that just in case this somehow gets lost or something
Or
like that.
what if you fight someone that's immune to lightning? You know?
True. Okay, you're right. You're right. What am I thinking?
Thinking with your small head, not your big head.
Yeah.
So he looks over at you, Flora, and says, "So, little missy, how about the mini hailstorm? You know you want to buy it. You know you want to buy it." As he again proceeds to aim down range with a mini hailstorm, holding it in one hand, and completely empties all the shells, aiming at, of course, the fire that is eerily getting closer, that is still spreading throughout his shop. He doesn't seem to care about the fact that his shop could get burned down, though, so at least there's that.
I
I've
think
got shotgun shells for you.
Yeah, I'll take it just in case.
So you want a mini hailstorm and a Matchbox Senior.
Yep.
So that is $250 for the Matchbox Senior because of your trade-in. The mini hailstorm, it's a bit of a piece. That'll cost you another $1,000.
So only got to pay 200 for the pair.
$250.
250. Okay.
I'm trying to figure out how. I hate myself for this, but how does the sort value work?
It basically makes something look cheaper than it is. However, you would imagine the fact that each of these has a clear price tag on them, it might have some difficulty working in this instance. It's more
Value
for
is
if
in
you're
the
trying
eye
to
of the
sell
beholder.
things to people.
It's more or less when you want to sell something, you can make something look more expensive than it is too, or you can make something look cheap.
But in this shop, I mean, he knows his prices for all of his merchandise. You would imagine for that purpose, it
Especially
might
for
not work.
him having such a small inventory.
Yeah, he sells a very small inventory of magical firearms with all having a very specific purpose.
Okay.
So,
That sounds kind of like plot armor to me.
I mean, whatever you want to call it.
That's not how the spell went. Okay,
My cat
that's
just spilled my fucking beer.
fine. I want to sip.
It was this guy. He's the culprit.
Oh,
Greetings, Kideth. You saw what happened to my eldest dog, Gavin.
I did not, but I assume not good. I'm sorry to hear that.
He went on to the big bone in the sky.
Bit to the big dog park in the sky.
Yes, as of Friday.
I'm sorry, man.
15 years old.
That's about. I mean, that's a long life for a dog. So, sorry to hear that, man. But, I'm sorry. Back to the game. So, are you sure none of you want explosive death, Aria? Come on, come on!
Again, not my style. I don't know
I'm
about
just
these
gonna
guys, but
casually
I'm
just
good.
start slowly walking out.
Yeah, I'm gonna go outside. I need some. Non's like, oh, it's too intense in here. I need a breather.
As I'm walking out, I'm just starting to pull out my medicine and getting it ready.
Medicine.
Neston, come outside.
I would like to.
Neston's already outside.
Two places that I three places, but make them quick. Three. One's really quick. I feel really bad for what I've put Mr. Pipples through recently, so I'd like to go someplace I can go get some cat toys.
All right. There's
Is there
a
a-
shop down the way called Joy's Toys.
Sounds
Okay.
spooky.
I will spend.
Not that we can do it at afterwards. I just wanted to ask it. Is there a place I can go to get enchanted robes that would
That's the other thing. I want to go to an enchanter.
raise my AC?
Perhaps. You have to look around, but yes. I mean, it's a big city.
Talking
So-
about AC, that's metagame knowledge. How dare you?
You mean like a robe of defense, for example?
A robe of protection.
Yeah.
Robe of
Oh,
Yes,
if we're
robot
looking
guy.
for specific magic items, I mean, I got my own little list, but you know.
the staff of power. You know, the small stuff.
I'm
The
looking
small
for
stuff. All you want is a staff of power. Okay,
Yeah,
you guys don't
can
have
we
enough
get
money
robes-
for
can we get
that.
Robes of the Magi. Can I go rob Velacio's grave if he's
Yes.
dead?
he doesn't have a grave. Joke's
Yeah, I
on
was about to
you.
say, who says he has a grave?
Anyway,
Yeah, I'm actually looking for the Book of Vile Darkness.
Oh yeah.
Ooh, I dealt with that last week.
Hey, I just want to get some cat toys. Can we
Trying
do
to find the
that?
Necronomicon.
Y'all trying to find staff of power and all this shit. I just want, one little feathers on a string type of deal. Can I just get one of those?
What about it having it be filled with catnip?
So, are you guys done with Al? Are you done with his shop?
Mhm.
Yeah.
Yep.
Okay.
Yes.
You've added the items to your inventory. You've deducted the money. Your transaction is all complete. Just
Mhm.
confirming.
Yes.
Okay. He just says, "Please come back whenever
Nope.
you feel the need for explosion."
Yeah, I don't think that's gonna happen.
I've never met a guy
Will do,
that I'm
Al.
so believe does so well at a party, but yet is probably so lonely.
All right.
They
yeah.
never
you,
stay for
you walk
long.
in. You walk into Joy's Toys, and
We don't even need to play this. I'm just gonna buy some cat toys, unless you really want to like.
there's a cloaked off section in the back, however, with like a big curtain around it.
No.
Yeah, let's go to the cloaked off section.
Dildos. See lots of dildos.
Yeah,
God.
let's leave the cloaked off section. Wrong kind of pussy.
Are
town,
they
all right.
enchanted?
I
Bruh.
just want some nice like.
She has
regular
cat toys. She has toys of literally every kind.
Yeah, no. You're talking.
What a
about
fallacy.
You're talking to a campaign 1 character type of situation. We campaign 2. I'm just getting like some cat toys. Various cat toys.
He looks at you and says, and she seems so innocent too. She's like, "That yes, that's a nice, you know, I have that one for my cat at home. He really likes it. Yeah,
Are there
Yeah.
any actual cat toys in this place?
there are cat toys. Yes, there are actual cat toys."
I will get that, and I will expedite my way out of there.
She says, "Don't skip the section in the back."
No. Not,
All right,
not
you-
quite for me today.
That'll
Nope.
be 2 gold for your cat feather toy that makes magical sparkles as you wave it.
All right, cool.
You can just call it magically sparkly cat feather or whatever. Just call it what you want, as long as you know what it does.
Magically sparkly cat feather whatever. That's in my inventory. So it's
All right,
$2, so 14
it weighs in 1/100 of a pound.
Sunday, got it done. All right. I also would like to try and swing by an enchanter. So I know that's something else that I've wanted. The only other thing, and this is kind of falling back though, that I would like to touch on while we're in town. I don't have my recipe book, but I would like to try and find some stuff to make for the group later on. So just like alchemical components and things like that to try and make some stuff like that. I would love to make I think it's called a potion of sharpness.
let's see. Let me.
Oil sharpness.
Yeah, and talking
Pull
about
up.
potions, Gavin, you never sent me the alchemical recipes.
Right. Okay. My bad. Again, I have something made already, which I'm in the process of pulling up now.
Yeah, because I'm also proficient in poisoners kits, herbalism kits.
Yeah. So I'll finish yours at the same time I finish Sean's, which, by the way, almost done.
So yeah, just to make it more specific, I would like to try and make the oil of sharpness.
Oil of sharpness.
What does that give you? A +1 plus enchantment?
You get a +3 bonus to attack and damage rolls for an hour on whatever it is you
Nice.
put it on.
So you apply it to a weapon.
Yes.
Yes.
Yeah.
And
Oil
that's
of
what-
sharpness is definitely more of an alchemy thing than an herbalism thing, but you are proficient in alchemy, so. Yeah, I'm just pulling something up real quick.
So if I can just try and find the components for that.
So you see a shop that's called, and it doesn't make it painfully obvious what they sell if it wasn't for the emblem, which is like a cauldron underneath. It's called McScribble's Tribble Dibble. That's what it's called. McScribble's Tribble Dibble is what it's called, and it has an emblem of a cauldron underneath.
Walk in and you see another rack of dildos.
Yeah, they seem to be all over the place in the city. It's weird, but
I'm just. Is this a place that is like frequent worshippers of the Angel of Death? I'm just throwing that out there, man. Because
you may or may not see a certain emblem that's familiar on the outside of this one particular shop.
Actually, got a question. Can I roll a religion check to see how much Neston knows about the Angel of Death?
Yeah.
Because we've actually never covered that in the religion topics for Neston, like of all the various gods.
Make a religion check.
Oh, my religion sucks. Well,
With a
I guess.
nat
Well, with a
Yeah.
nat 20, you know literally everything about Shiziki from last campaign.
No, he does
Well, not everything.
No,
Not
but-
He
everything,
knows
but
what Shiziki left behind for people to know. He would probably know the contents of the Angel.
he
Dance.
knows the fabricated version of Shiziki's story that
I mean,
Shiziki
okay,
left.
so Tony doesn't know
Okay.
the fabricated story.
Well, do you want me to? I can give it to you. I can.
Yeah,
give a
can you
breakdown of
can
it.
you send me your clips, your version?
It's actually all written down. I made a whole thing for Nick whenever he was doing it. Do you want me to just like give you the quick version right now, and then I can send you the full
Basics.
Can you just send me the full thing? That way we're not taking up too much time with the whole religion thing.
thing later? Okay. Yeah. No, that's fine, man.
That'd be great.
No problem.
'Cause
But yes,
I
you
also
walk
wanna
into-
see what's going on with this enchanter.
You walk into McScribble's Tribble Dibble, and you see a gnomish individual. Appears to be fairly elderly, spiky white hair, fine robes, and you see him. Seems to be stirring some kind of cauldron. He looks over at you and says, "Yes, welcome in, welcome in."
I mean, with the cauldron and all that, I gotta ask: is he a witch?
No, probably just a potion maker.
Okay.
Because,
Can I
cauldrons
tell
are
by
typically
the-
what you use
By
to
the
make
aroma
sure.
in the air, what type of potion he is brewing?
Give me an herbalism check.
What do you want me to add for that wisdom?
Yeah, wisdom.
So do you want me to just give you like
Just a wisdom ability check, add proficiency.
so just throw a medicine check out there?
If it's the same number, sure.
Yeah, it is. Oh, well. The
It's-
15 ain't too bad.
Smells like an antitoxin.
Oh,
Because
okay.
you notice there's sort of a chemically smell in the air that has a faint smell of poison, but only because you immediately associate with the fact that you actually use different poisons to make antitoxins. So, that appears to be what he's brewing. So,
Alright.
he looks at you guys as you walk in and says, "Yes, welcome in, welcome in."
Oh, is this guy Yoda now?
I wasn't going for you. I was going for more of a Kermit the Frog there, but
it was on the fence between the two.
okay.
I will just approach this guy. I'm gonna pull this up the side here. And excuse me, I was just wanting to know if you did custom enchantments.
Well, hello, big fellow.
Good hello. Good evening's tranquil to you, my friend.
Yes, indeed. I do make some various different enchantments. Yes. What were you wanting? Perhaps I can give a cloak or a robe or a scarf a protection effect. I can make something that perhaps would help you sort of phase through some sources of damage.
Sure. All those sound.
But the latter might be kind of expensive.
All right. That's. I think between me and my friends, we might collectively have a decent amount of money. So.
Oh well. Then that would be. Hold on, let me run the calculations here.
As the DM metagame tries to remember the name of this item.
I want some enchanted undergarments to protect me from nesting.
We have actually undergarments of infertility that makes it where you would quite have a hard time impregnating a woman if this nestin is indeed a woman.
Close enough.
I might. I have a elegant feature, but not that of a female.
You're Nestin. Hi, Nestin. I'm
Hello.
McTribble.
Hello, is that an antitoxin I smell?
That is indeed an antitoxin. Yes, indeed. You have a good nose.
Marte just fucking can't.
I'm gonna trot back outside.
I look around the shop.
Hey, can you just
So-
post his shop inventory so we don't have to talk to?
So I'm actually doing this on the fly. So
Okay.
there has not been one made.
He says, I can give a cloak or a cape or a scarf or an undergarment, a displacement effect. Enchantment runs about 1,000 gold pieces, but I have it prepared, so it should only take a few minutes.
Could you do it on my hat, perhaps?
You want a hat of displacement?
Well, I actually want 2 enchantments.
Oh, can't be done. Can't put 2 enchantments on one thing.
Well, alright, well, my hat only want 1 particular enchantment. I really just want to make it so that when I wear this, it causes my eyes to glow.
I see.
I want metagame. I motherfucking want the Dread Helm enchantment.
Let me look that up.
It literally all it does is make your eyes glow. That's it. That's all it has.
Oh, that's a very weak enchantment. I could put that on, say, a brooch or a buckle or on a ring or on a pair of glasses or really anything.
I would like it on my hat.
I sell a nice feather brooch you could put on your hat. You could put it on that.
No, I'm not putting a feather on my hat.
I think he means brooch. There,
I'm sorry. It's just the accent. You know, I'm from. I grew up here. You know, I was born here 300 years ago. There weren't really humans here yet, and it's all so difficult with the accent. You know, everybody always says my voice sounds funny.
Well, I've already have a couple brooches, and I'm not putting a feather on my hat.
I can do it. It's fine. I can do it. I can include it in the enchantment. 100 gold for your glowy eyes.
Phenomenal.
So you can enchant my robes for protection.
Yes, indeed.
How much would that run?
That would run you 300 gold pieces.
Translated to game terms, what would that do to my AC?
Raise it by 1.
I
It's
have a
literally
greater
turning-
enchantment.
Would it make it require attunement?
Yes, it would. It literally would just turn your cloak into a cloak of protection, or your robe into a cloak of protection, is what it would do. So, but yes, your cloak your robe would literally turn into this. Or for 1,000 gold pieces, you could turn it into that.
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
Cloak and displacement. Yeah.
Displacement 100%.
Yeah.
That's 1,000. It's kind of expensive.
I've got the coin, buddy boy.
Of course. Take off your robe.
In public?
I mean, are you not wearing anything under your robe?
He pulls up his robe like he's flashing you, and you just see like regular clothes as he pulls his robe all the way up over his head.
I have regular clothes.
So Anon's biggest kept secret is he takes off his robes and he's extremely cut and full of scars. And looks like Kazuya.
I thought you were going to say his biggest kept secret is that he wore nothing under his robes.
Oh well, he's wearing a mini undergarment. No, he at least does that.
You got like a schoolgirl uniform on underneath your robes.
He's this hardened fighter, and he's all like cut up and beastly.
I think we call those banana hammocks.
Yeah.
So
Right.
yeah.
It's plaid.
Lucas takes off his, but he doesn't have. He's not really showing off the skin. Lucas is not cut. He's definitely a little bit on
In
the
a
thinner,
shape.
scrawnier side.
Yes.
But he also has a bunch of scars and stuff on his back and his upper arms. But you don't know
Where is the attunement slots on here?
So
It's up in
yes,
the equipment. It's up in the top right. There's just a letter A.
and
Now-
I'll go ahead and fix something for you. We'll
So
just say
there's a-
plus
There's a
2.
magnifying glass. You can click on that and change it from just in miscellaneous. Just add it to.
Yeah. So once you deduct 1,000 gold from your inventory, the cloak of displacement is yours.
Already did.
All right. So drag it into your inventory.
Deduct 1,100 gold because I also have got my dread helm, which hat now.
Yes. And we'll just say it's part of the enchantment on your hat. Well, wait, no, he enchanted your hat with it. You used your cloak for or your robe for the cloak of displacement.
Yeah.
Yes.
Can I make it all that one thing?
What, you want the dread helm to be on your robe?
I don't know. Just all it. No, just leave it on my hat. That's fine.
That would
I like it.
cool.
All right, let me there you go.
Eston, you need some glamour weave.
So
Why?
one thing you would
I
glamour
look
weave is a
just
pretty
fine.
basic enchantment from pretty much any enchanter
Like,
that they can do.
so you could instantly, when someone needs you to speak the word, become more priestly and like just be decked out in white, holy shining
So-
garments.
Niston looks down and kind of like peers his clothes, and it's all black. Just every piece black. My vestments are.
I could make
very
a glamour weave enchantment on your robe. That would make it. It could glow white. It could.
That would be so cool.
You seem to be of the religious sort. You could project
I think you
your
look
god's
fine the
holy
way
vigor.
you are, Lucas. I think it looks great. I love it the way you are. I'm here for you, bud.
So thank you.
It's only 75 gold pieces. That's it
For what?
for a glamour weave.
No, I think I'm going to have to think about that.
Shame. So let me get started on these enchantments. Unless you had something else.
So actually, my vestment is it's a weave. No, never mind. I'm good.
You sure?
Yep, I'm good.
Very well. Work. Let me grab these.
That was a Warcraft 3 reference, by the way.
I'll take these back, get the enchantment started. Just give me 5 minutes.
It's not letting me drag it to my end.
Should.
Cloak of Displacement. It's no. I'm not sure why.
Oh, because I can tell you've tried multiple times because it shows you have 5 of these things in your inventory.
It
So-
automatically alphabetizes it.
There you go.
Now I see it. There we are. Grazie.
And you see the little, yeah, there you go. So,
Anything else? Is this it? I'll get
Good.
started.
as this like 2.5 foot tall gnome, like reaches his hands all the way above his head, like like trying to reach the clothes on the top of his counter, which is too tall for him, strangely enough, which is odd considering he owns the shop. But eventually catches like a corner, pulls these robes down, which completely just encompasses him, makes him disappear for a second, as he just grabs both of your robes and drags it into the room in the back.
So I have a question while he's busy doing that. What are we doing in the city again? Other than shopping?
That is a great question, Neston. Great question. I'll get back to you on that one. What are we doing in the city again?
You know that the next area that he pointed you to was Precipice is where he told you to go. But beyond that, that's your next destination, to go to Precipice, to Argonaut Stronghold.
All right, Neston, we're going to Precipice. Gotcha.
Which is like on the other side of the continent. It's going to take a couple days to get there.
And we cannot take the ship because it is currently on. Yeah.
It's probably would just be faster to drive anyway.
You don't happen to have any enchanted brooms around here, do you?
No, not brooms. However,
Oh, he comes back with your clothes, by the way, and puts it up on the counter. However, I do have this. He walks over to the wall, and what you thought was a nice tapestry, you see him pull it off of the wall, and it seems to hover in place in the air as it gracefully floats down to the ground.
I want that.
This is I've had this for a while. It's a flying carpet.
I want that.
So this one appears to be the. Let's say it's the.
The thick one.
Yeah, I'm trying to read it here. So this one looks like the 5x7 model, which can hold 2 people. It's the second from the biggest. It can hold up to 600 pounds, has enough space for 2 people comfortably. You have a flying speed of 40 feet while you have this thing.
Very
However,
nice.
this might be a little out of your price range. This runs 5,000 gold pieces. Are you sure you can afford this?
Anon, how much do you have?
Can somebody help me out with this?
How much do you have?
I currently only have 2,000.
Oh well, I've been.
It was
spoken
5,000.
a lot of the prices for everybody else so far, so I'm the usual Lucas tapped out. Like not quite there, but pretty damn close.
Remember, you also got the group. You also got the group bag, but
Yeah, I mean, we could take 1,000 out of the group bag, and I'll toss them 2,000.
So who has access to the group bag for how much money this has? I want to make sure this is being kept track of correctly.
Well, that kind of got updated last time.
Brandon
it was really
had
Brandon that was keeping up with it because I said I was going to try and keep up with it with him.
Do we remember how much was in it?
You need to look at his character sheet, Gavin. He said he
Yeah.
updated it on his character sheet.
Also,
Okay.
we need jams.
Yeah, I wish there was a loop option for
We'll
this.
work on that next week, man. Like I said, we've
Yeah.
been trying a number of things out at the same time here this week.
It's okay. Everybody just put Spotify on in your background.
That'd be
So there's
dangerous for
actually,
me.
Yeah, there'd be.
that's one of the things I was looking at actually, because there actually are a few Spotify streaming like bots.
I like YouTube Music.
So-
That's what I use.
Yeah, just YouTube's being a bitch. So, you know. But yeah, let me look at a Raven's character sheet. And
So-
anyway, yeah, if you take 1,000 out, if you toss him 2,000 and he spends 2,000, that's enough. It's a hefty price, but that's enough.
Hey, Gavin, when you have a second, I keep dragging the cloak of displacement to my inventory, and it just makes it an unidentified cloak.
Yeah, I gotcha. Let me look for where you have like 17 cloaks.
Apparently, Brennan's gonna pop in about 45 minutes.
Oh, okay. There you go.
That'll be about 10 o'clock.
Yep. One break is at 10, the other one is at 2.
Alright, let's see. Where does Brandon have this group bag? Regardless, when Brandon gets here, we'll just ask how to find it. And you lose 1,000 out of the bag, and Bond if you'll deduct 2,000, and Neston if you will deduct 2,000.
No.
Or not
No,
Neston,
no.
I mean Anand. Anand if you will deduct 2,000.
Thank you. I will pay you back. I owe you one.
So,
Ah.
keeping in mind, this carpet of flying, if you look at the table, is the 5x7 model. You have a flying speed of 40 feet while you're on this. It can hold 2 people. Well, it can hold up to 600 pounds, but like as far as space-wise, try to fit more than 2 people on it, it'll get a little cramped.
I immediately sit on it with my legs crossed.
What color would you like it to be? As you just feel, as you sit on this, you feel like an inkling in your head, like something that tells you you need to decide what you want it to look like, and you can't really explain.
I want it to be crimson, but gold gilded.
Gold gilded, so like gold ruffles on the edges of it.
Yes.
All right, so it is solid red all the way through with gold accents on the edge. We'll say there's a little tassel on each corner too, and those are gold as well.
I am a diamond in the rough.
There you go, you got what you want.
I would like to tap Molly on the shoulder and just kind of like give her a head nod towards the door, and Neston's gonna walk out.
I will follow.
Okay.
Hey guys, what's up?
Hello.
Hey. All right, so you and Molly are outside.
I've been
Anand is
outside.
finished. He will float outside as well, so he can test his carpet out in the open air.
It leaves a little to be desired when it comes to speed. I didn't want to give you one of the smaller ones because those are, in my opinion, a little too fast. But it's perfectly functional. It's regal looking. It's nice. You definitely draw some attention. It's like ooh whenever you float by.
I'm just gonna cast haste on my carpet.
You could actually just cast haste on your. Well, actually, I'm not sure if it works that way. I'd have to look into that.
Can't, because we talked about that. Me trying to cast
Yeah.
haste on my broom, so you can
Yeah.
still only go the speed as your carpet.
Of the item.
Because haste has to go on a person, can't go on an object.
Yeah. But if you were to cast it on yourself, you'd still only move 40 feet, but you could do all the other things that haste gives you. So there's that at least. Yeah, can't cast haste on a carpet, unfortunately.
Okay.
But yeah, you
Well,
have an
there you
audience
go.
with Molly.
With Molly and Flora?
Yeah.
Oh, is that who you wanted to talk to as well?
Oh yeah,
Flora's been out there.
Flora's outside too.
Yeah, I've been out here for a while.
You got him.
So, may I speak to both of you plainly?
Mom's
Let it
just
out.
Like, you got it? Just making sure you don't fall over.
No, it's okay, Molly. I'm not about to faint. The others in our party, I don't know if you have noticed, but they are. Oh, how do you say it? They have sporadic and semi-violent tendencies, and I was just wondering how you two were doing. Mentally, are you holding well?
I just kind of hold up my pipe and be like, I'm good. I just need to go by an herb shop to pick up more because I'm getting low.
There's a bit of a skunky odor that is emitting from this pipe.
Well, I mean, we could just go back to the potion maker shop and talk to him.
I feel like he would end up making you meth, but okay.
Right?
No, not the explosive guy,
Like,
the
"Man,
other
can
one.
I look back
The one
a
that was
little
making
bit?"
the antitoxins. We're like right outside his shop, right?
Yes, you are.
Yeah.
Sort of surrounded by like sort of a busy suburban, or not suburban, urban sprawl. But yeah, there's a lot of cars driving by. You sort of have to raise your voice a little bit for them to be able to hear you. This is a city that's constantly moving, literally and figuratively.
So, Molly, I don't know much about your past, but you're not accustomed to larger cities, correct?
Not really.
And Flora, you seem to be, like, elusive. Even when we're on the boat, we never see you around too much.
Yeah, I tend to keep to myself. I like books.
Oh, I do too. I actually contain in he pats his bag of holding. I have 37 books currently in my bag, and most of them religious, some of them of herbalism and personal journals. But I too like to read. Molly, would you care to borrow one?
No, thank you.
What if it's about dragons? I have a picture book.
Okay. I was like, Molly's like, I feel like someone should read it and then tell me the shortcuts.
Hey, so while he's showing him these books, like as I walk past, and I'm already done. So can I say I've already read the first book of Lusty Lizard Folk?
Yeah, I'll say you can. Would you like to read it
Okay.
aloud?
No. I would just like to like slide a hand, drop it in Neston's bag, or whatever he's carried his books in.
Make a sleight of hand check. And Neston, give me. Well, what's your passive? Because you're not really paying attention to him.
18, goddammit.
Okay.
And as Bon is doing this, I'm just starting to chat up Neston more to make him even more distracted because I see what's going on.
Fuck! Looking at books.
You absolutely catch him trying to sneak Volume 1 of Lusty Lizard Folk Made into your bag.
Oh, Bon, are you trying to pass me this book here?
It's smut.
Oh, yes. Let me. I will get to reading this fine book here soon. Thank you for this, Bon. I appreciate
You're welcome.
it.
You could.
You do need to add some spice to your life there, Neston.
Yes, as I've been told, and I will put it in the bag of holding that I have, and I will burn it later.
Bag and all, she's gonna let the whole damn thing on fire.
I will even pray repentance for even touching such smut.
You're like, ooh.
Yes, yeah, he does the whole two finger when he holds the book. He doesn't even like fully grasp the book.
Is
I
it
just kind
sticky?
of like, just hand it to me.
Hey, Bond, is it sticky?
Yeah.
It's sticky?
Yeah, man.
Okay, Neston, it's sticky.
Yeah.
With that
it
roll,
is.
yeah, it's sticky.
Yeah. Yeah.
Wish I had prestidigitation.
But you still know. You still know.
By the way, I posted
Yeah,
it in the chat if anybody wants to read it.
I was just checking it on you, too, mentally. So, what
I'm
did you
good.
post in the chat?
Oh, the cold-blooded hot encounters.
Oh,
It's a real book. I wrote it.
Oh my god, I'm not touching that.
But is it published?
That's gross.
Yes, it is actually quite popular.
I'm not touching that link. I want to burn my computer.
So Rick Roll YouTube thing, I'm sure.
You said you wrote this and it's published.
It is a popular book series across
Published
all three
in-game.
continents. Published in game.
Oh, okay.
I know, or like, no.
Okay.
I was like,
Yeah.
Published
Yeah,
in my mind.
Folk made
It's a
Volume 1. Cold-blooded
It's a-
hot encounters.
no.
it's a
Yeah.
first campaign reference. It's
don't-
lovely.
We don't need a narration on that.
No audiobooks, please.
I woke up
So-
in the middle of the night, tongue out, tasting the air.
Done.
I'm like,
I'm
alright,
done.
signing out.
Alright.
I mean,
Back to the game.
It
Molly,
chronicles the exploits of Shibangu, the lusty lizard folk.
so Molly, I know these enchanter shops and everything, they're not up to par on for your taste or yours, Flora. Would I too like the musical arts, and it might not look it, but I was trained in the elven arts of swordplay by my mother. She was incredibly aggressive in her lessons. I would like to maybe go look at some weapons or musical instruments. If y'all would like to divert from the loud noises of explosions and odors that permeate the air from these shops.
Sure.
Why not?
Should we let our friends know or wait for them?
It would be nice. We should let them know.
Oh, okay. I just stand there and wait for them to come out.
Okay. Do you guys leave McTribble's shop?
Yeah, and
Yeah.
I don't
Okay.
want to get into another big shop. I don't want to tie everyone up. I just want. Was I able to try and get alchemical components from any of the places we went to or whatever?
Yeah, as far as that oil of sharpness, it says that when you're proficient in something, you can craft it for a third of the price of an item. However, the price of an oil of sharpness is 5,000 gold pieces. Literally stock price according to the DMG. So I'd say you could get the components to make it for 1,700 if you're willing to spend that.
So,
Yes, yes.
can-
That is the general rule for crafting. You can craft things for a third of their price.
I have about 300 gold
I was like,
left.
you don't
So no, you wouldn't be able to get what you
Could
need
we
for
just
it.
say I get a hodgepodge of ingredients of other stuff for me to be able to make something later on? Should we make a recipe book?
Yes. How much of that 300 are you willing to spend?
All of
Are you
it.
willing to go broke?
I want Lucas
Like I am
to
right
go
now?
the same way, basically, that Ace does and just has no money all the time.
Then for your 300 gold, I'll say you'll get enough to... I'll make it worth your while. I promise you that, and we'll talk about
I
it.
want to be able to make a potion tonight. So just whatever, something useful tonight.
For 300, yeah, you'd be able to make certain rares or very rare potions.
All right, well,
Definitely.
We can go back to that later, but we'll just say
yeah.
I got a 300 gold worth of of alchemical components. I'll put that in my inventory.
Okay.
And we can deal with that
Let's
later.
see. How would you be interested in a potion of clairvoyance?
Probably
can we
not.
look in the monster manual? I mean, the
We
DMG
can touch
potions?
base on this.
We'll
I don't wanna-
circle back. Yeah, we'll
I
circle
don't
back.
want to tie up on this. Let everybody do their thing. We can hit this later on. When everybody else is on a bathroom break or something, we'll touch on that.
Yeah, sounds good. So you're wanting to go weapon shopping?
Yeah, actually, I just want to get a rapier.
A rapier.
Because all I have is a cheese knife. Neston doesn't actually have a weapon.
So, yes, we'll say that you are
Tony,
able to
you're
find.
a little quiet to me. I don't know if it is for anybody else.
It's because I have my hand between my mic
Yeah, I
and...
could probably do it.
What about now?
Better.
Don't
Yes,
cover
a
that
little
mouth.
So, just walking down the street, you do pass by a shop that does say Quarine Smith, like Quarine Quairien Smith, with a symbol of Moradin underneath, like a crowned dwarvish face with a very embellished metallic beard.
Oh, look at that. That is a symbol of Moradin. He is the father of the forge.
As well as there's a hammer embellished across it too.
This must mean that these are dwarven make. I am super excited. These dwarves make the best weapons.
You walk in the door?
Yep.
Okay. As you walk in, you see what appears to be a hill dwarf, not a mountain dwarf, which is curious because you are in, directly next to a mountain dwarf city, but this is definitely a hill dwarf, sort of a tan skin complexion, dark black hair. This one particular dwarf he's been working on his beard for a long time, as this black beard that he has tends to rest at his waist. He's a little on the short side, even for a dwarf, only measuring about probably 4 feet tall, with his hair very short and actually surprisingly well kept, especially for a blacksmith and especially for a dwarf. Sort of finely combed over.
So I speak to him in Dwarven, but I speak to him in like a super formal manner. Like, good day, good Sir Dwarven Smith.
You one of them fancy types?
No
need for any of that here.
We are looking for weapons.
You're a smith. I'd say if you're looking for weapons, you came to the right place.
Molly, I think they sell weapons here.
You better be bloody damn sure we sell weapons here. It's not like we're not a smith.
Oh,
The name's Quarine.
Oh, you speak to common.
Oh, of course I speak common.
Oh,
You expect me to not speak common?
Well,
Neston, what is your issue? You're being so rude to him.
Indeed, your Elvis friend is quite the ramshackly bunch.
I'm sorry. Most dwarves like to speak Dwarven when they can.
Walter Wilder, we're in a gnomish city.
He's got a bit of racist in him, doesn't he?
So, Molly speaks in Dwarvish. We are in need of big pointy things.
Speaking common.
He responds in kind and dwarvish and says, you speak the native tongue.
Da.
Tell me, big one, what is it exactly that you were in the market for?
What was it? What are we looking for?
I don't know, you tell
Not
me.
you. Damn it.
What
This
is
guy.
She was
Not
Sure shit.
She was looking for a weapon that's bigger than the one that she has now.
He sizes her up and down. You're
Yeah.
fucking kidding me. She's a Goliath, and the weapon's longer than her. What, you want something sized for a giant? I could definitely do that. Seems a little impractical.
Is this in common or is this still in Dwarvish?
Now he said that in common.
Everybody's like, what's happening here? I don't understand.
Do you have any weapons of the magical sorts?
Why, yes. See, we dwarves, we know how to forge over a magic forge, you see. We can make weapons that are never unmagical to begin with. They come out already, carrying a magical enchantment. It's a lost dwarvish art. Don't
Right.
share it with anybody else around the world.
Yes, I've observed many of your dwarven forgeries.
Forgeries.
I was like,
Yes,
These are the real deal. These are dwarven weapons.
Yeah, but you're in a forge, and when you do stuff in a forge, it's considered a forgery, like a brewery or something along those
It's
lines.
considered a weapon. It's called a smith,
Oh, so like a smithery.
Is it going so
or
sideways?
just a smith.
I like the smithery better. That's what I was told. I spent 3 years in Stormhaven. I think I know what I'm talking about.
Can't say I've ever been.
Oh, that's a shame. It's a beautiful dwarven capital.
I'm sure it is.
It is.
See,
There's a-
we Falthansians, we like to keep to ourselves, you see.
See,
I've personally not felt the desire to travel to Alarath.
I don't really like their heritage and their formalities. They do a lot of headbutts and they drink a lot of ale and there's a lot of fights at night and I tend to evade most of that. And
Sounds like Mol Tharam. That's where I hail from. Eastern part of the continent.
oh yes, someone else other than me might be familiar.
Oh, it's beautiful. You should definitely visit. How long are
I-
you staying in Falthansia?
I probably won't ever visit there, but
Oh,
thank
you absolutely should.
So, anyways, magical weapons.
Why, of course. What was it? You said you wanted something bigger than what your giant friend has? I'm sorry, I've not made anything of the sort.
Maybe, again, in Dwarvish. I'm trying to keep this as natural sounding as possible here. Maybe something more powerful? Or an addition? Or just like a really big hammer.
She wishes to smite people with the same ferocity as Mornan himself.
Yeah.
I see. Think I've got just the piece.
Squish.
So there's a new magical weapon lately that's been invented. It's been all the rage, I think it is what the humans say, all around the world. So you've heard of the Flame Tongue, and you've heard of... Yes, indeed.
Yes, yeah.
And you've heard of the Frostbrand.
Oh, yes. So
Yes.
one is fire and one is ice, I believe.
Well,
Yeah.
there's a third kind.
Oh.
Oh.
Completes the trinity, known as a shock foil.
I take it that is lightning damage.
You are indeed certainly the brightest lad to come from your section of the world. Yes, you would be right.
I like look over at Anon and like raise an eyebrow, like I'm not. Yes, and lightning damage. Yes.
Yes.
No.
I've got shock foils of all varieties. Any bladed weapon. Any sword, dagger, great sword, dual blade, glaive.
Arrows?
Did you say
no,
daggers?
unfortunately. Why, yes.
Can you help with a guitar dagger?
Give it here.
What about a sword that has time magic built into it?
I
When
only
you
have
swing
what I
it,
have.
Things slow down around it.
I only have what I have, Elvish One. And the fact that he just called you Elvish One sort of...
I actually, I said that in Dwarvish because I also speak Dwarvish.
Yeah. The fact that he called you Elvish One sort of displays a degree of blissful ignorance. The fact that he doesn't recognize you as a Vold. He looks at you and he sees an elf. To a dwarf, an elf is an elf. Whether
Wow,
you're a
that's
high elf, wood elf, drow, Vold, whatever.
They have an innate racism built into
That's
their
fine.
bloodline.
He's very short-sighted.
But it's almost endearing, because he made zero reference to the fact that you are a Vold.
Yes, it's like not noticing I'm black and calling me Chinese.
Or something.
Yes.
Progress, guys.
Wait, Marte, you're
Progress.
correct.
Right? There we go.
Okay, so about these lightning weapons.
Fellas.
Yes, indeed. So these typically run about 900 gold pieces, regardless of the type of weapon.
Molly, would you
I was
like
like,
one?
However,
buy
I
it
will
for you.
say that's a flame tongue, if I am not mistaken.
Aye, it is.
You might find this one doesn't have quite the same degree of... Let's just say it lacks the oomph of a flame tongue, but it serves multiple other purposes. It's Typical strikes might not be quite as devastating as a flame tongue, however, it does not require activation. It is always active, and as the wielder, you're impervious to its effects. It also provides a bit of lighting, as well as a electrical discharge that can be used once per day.
I like it.
And how many of the daggers do you have?
I
Got
have
about 3 of them.
I have a question, if I may. Now, I've heard that you can't really enchant 2 different items together, or there's a chance of destroying the item.
That is correct.
I don't know.
And I cannot enchant an item. I can only make the item to where it becomes enchanted in the first place.
Is there any way you
Magic, not my forte.
could merge these 2 together? A flame tongue and a shock thing?
That would be combining enchantments.
I could. However, there is a, we'll say, in all likelihood, it would destroy the items. There would only be about a 25% chance that this could work and the items not be destroyed, even among the finest smiths. This is the case, which is why
think you can
typically
do it. I want to see you try.
That sounds incredibly dangerous, Lucas.
Again, I reiterate, I am a fine smith, which is why there is even a 25% chance for this to work. An amateur smith, well, to them, this would be impossible.
I tell you what, I will pay for the shock thing. And we already have the flame tongue. If you can pull this off, well, that would just do nothing but grow your reputation. So what is it you have to lose?
Oh,
If
I
we
have nothing
provide
to lose. It's
the
what
cost
you
of
have
it.
to lose. Are you willing to risk the likely destruction of this fine piece of weaponry that you hold as a chance to pull this off? Typically, when somebody wishes to accomplish this, they bring multiple samples. They bring 3, 4, 5 of the one item, so you can try again and again and again, and hopefully one works.
I'd like to try. I'd like to see if it can happen.
Well, that's up to your friend. Are you willing to take the risk? There is a 75% chance
No.
that this will destroy both items.
No. I just say no in like all the languages I know of. No. I like my toy. The
So
way
that's
it is.
giant and dwarvish.
And common, yeah.
Well, I would like to, but I can't convince you that it's your weapon, so it's your decision.
You don't have the money anyway.
Again, when people usually wish to attempt this, they bring multiples of the same.
Gavin jams.
Oh,
I
right.
need jams.
I'm just gonna do this like 17 times.
Yeah, that works.
I'm just gonna copy and paste.
So, I'm sorry, go ahead, Kit.
Just overload that channel to absolute hell.
I feel very
So,
confident.
what is this guitar dagger?
I don't, because I don't want to.
Does your guitar shoot out daggers?
I feel
How I envisioned it is that the top head of it, there's a little quick release on one of the tuners, and it just pops out with this little dagger in the top of it.
Actually, the way this thing literally looks, it has strings across the handle. But the thing it literally does is, this was a joke item made by Wizards of the Coast, where whenever you stab somebody with the dagger, it plays a guitar solo. So,
Interesting. Okay. How much would it what does Molly use? Like a great sword?
he uses the glaive.
A glaive?
It's literally just a short sword on a really long pole.
So how much would a lightning glaive be?
That'll cost you 900 gold pieces for a glaive shock foil.
And what about the dagger shock foils?
They are all 900 gold pieces. You're paying for the process, not the materials.
Okay, I'll pay for one dagger and a glaive.
Why aren't you quite the money slinger?
What is it?
So I'll tell you for that, the shock foil, that item doesn't exist for glaives yet, but I'll just have to do the same thing that I did for the flame tongue and convert it over. That's like a long sword, short sword, great sword kind of thing, but I've sort of converted the last one into a glaive.
Yeah.
So I'll just have to do that, but that's fine.
How much is that? 1,800.
1,800.
If you could do this a little cheaper, we could promote your brand with our successes.
Make a persuasion check
Over here.
With advantage.
if somebody wants to help her.
No, she has the belt of
you know-
dwarven kind.
Oh, she does. Yeah. Okay.
Find it first.
Go to skills. No.
And you make sure you give yourself advantage on that one.
Yeah, and then click advantage,
Oh man, I had just the line to throw at him too.
and then persuasion. Yeah, that's why you have advantage on this stuff.
I suppose I could cut a little bit off. How about
Drop the natural 3.
instead of 1,800, let's make it a nice rounded number. 1,500 for the set, the dagger and the glaive.
I don't wanna keep
Sounds
pressing it,
mighty
or else I'm gonna
fair.
fuck this up.
Yeah, I'll give him the gold. I've already subtracted the 1,500.
1,500.
Yeah.
Cool.
Jess can get the dagger, and Molly can get the, or Flora can get the dagger. Molly can get the glaive.
Oh, the dagger wasn't even for you?
Mm-mm.
Okay.
He's buying us pretty things.
You're so sweet.
He's trying to buy us
Neston
all.
would rather have other people fight around him than him actually have to pick up a weapon
True.
himself.
Makes sense.
True.
So tell me, Master Dwarf, I have this, and he pulls
Green.
out like a cheese knife. It's like a sharpened cheese knife. What could I get that's a little bit better for self-protection?
You wish for a better cheese knife?
But I mean, so like, what if somebody gets too close?
You're the holy type, it looks like, correct?
Yes, I am. I mean, but I also fancy myself proficient in the elven sword arts.
How about a corpse slayer dagger?
A who?
A corpse slayer dagger.
That sounds like blasphemy almost. Like
You use it to
killed
smite the undead.
Oh wow, okay, yeah, that sounds way
He's like,
better.
you're already dead. You're fine.
I was thinking something like a weapon that Mornon would hold himself.
Do you wish for a giant hammer?
Maybe if it was a smaller Mornon, just a little bit more.
Morlin would use a giant hammer.
Oh, well, and,
So a small giant hammer.
yeah.
A giant hammer built for small people. Giant for small people. Normal
Yeah.
size for regular people.
You know what? Let's forget all about it. The hammer.
You need a tiny little hammer that, like, if you're trying to make tiny little chest pieces, you have to.
He holds up his smithing hammer. He's like, I mean, I got this one, but I kind of need it.
So does this essentially just turn undead?
The corpse slayer dagger just has extra damage to undead.
It's 500 gold. Yeah, I'll pass.
No, I was
Well,
actually going to charge you $750 for it.
No, I'm okay.
I never do the minimum price for anything except potions.
I think my cheese knife will do just fine. I mean, I can just imbue it with Pelor's Holy Light.
And if you find yourself in a deadly conflict with a wedge of cheddar, you will be properly armed.
I have before. I am partly sometimes I am lactose intolerant, and sometimes it just affects me the wrong way. But
Do not need to hear the rest of this sentence.
well, I guess that's it.
I would like to try.
Maybe finding somewhere to start. Never mind. Okay, no, go ahead. I was just saying, finding somewhere to stay the night. If it's nighttime, I don't know what time it is. What time
Can
is
you
it,
make
Gavin?
me a magically enhanced spiked collar?
Bike collar.
What
Yep.
size?
All right, Sean, you're gonna have to explain to me what a bike collar is.
No, spiked.
Oh, spiked collar. Okay.
For a cat.
for a cat.
Oh,
Just to
okay, I was
resize?
thinking for you. I was like,
I
is
was
it
like-
a choker?
Size.
Yeah,
You
we're
need
just
like
going
a,
off
need like
on
a
this,
zipper
bro.
mask for your face too.
Yeah, no, I'm not going full S&M yet. Yeah, I mean, don't get me wrong. We got time for character arcs and growth, and take that twist.
So you want a spiked collar for a cat?
Yeah. But it's a magical cat, so I need it to be a collar that goes with him when he goes to other realms.
He visibly scratches his head like you're not. You're not speaking Dwarvish right now to him. He's not quite comprehending.
The phasing collar.
He's a magical smith. He doesn't enchant things. He makes things that are already magical.
I need you to make a collar that's magical. Didn't even have to be anything crazy.
But-
I just want a spiked collar for my cat.
Lucas, he doesn't. Dwarves don't do magic like that. They forge weapons. They get their magic from their anvils and their forge itself. They don't. They don't
You know,
do
I'm
magic.
still new learning the limitations of what exactly dwarves can and cannot do. I mean, I've dealt with forge masters before that used to just be able to make anything they wanted to, so I don't know.
You could make it, but I'm not a leather worker, so it'd be made out of chain.
Well, I mean, he's cat. He's not, like, roided up.
With for a chain collar
Roided cat.
for your cat with spikes.
Can it be, like, small chains? Like, little ones?
Sure. Do not work with leather, I work with metal.
Then, yeah, that's bad. I'll still take that. That's badass.
I mean,
show you what a
like,
dwarf
Probably-
can do.
You could probably do the spikes, but not the leather
You,
collar.
you know what? Let's do the spikes, and I'll get a leather worker to do the leather.
There you go.
I can make the chain.
What type of magic will be imbued into such a thing? Would it be
The
lightning?
particular forge rune that I'll be using for this one is typically associated with a reduce spell, or at least so I am told.
I got 70 gold, so whatever you can do is 70 gold.
What do you know? I can do this for 70 gold.
Can I make an inside check to see if he's like full of shit and try to just take my money?
Make an insight check.
Alright. I will make the inside check, and I get a D. No, actually, I'm not attuned to the goggles yet. I hadn't had a chance to.
You feel like he can do it. Beyond that, don't know much.
That sounds super convenient that he could do it for the exact amount that you have.
Well, you know what? I still feel really bad for how I've been treating Mr. Pibbles lately, so I really want to get him some stuff. So, 70 gold gets him a new collar, and I want it engraved.
You see him grab this like little mini chisel, and he walks over to where he has a lot of his sort of unfinished projects, and you see him pull out a strand of chain, which probably would have been used for like a set of chainmail, but he's just kind of repurposing this strand of chain to make a collar. As he holds this little mini chisel across like the metal, like a metal plate, sort of on the back of the chain. What do you want it to say? As he holds his hammer to this little mini chisel.
Mr. Pibbles, and then on the back it says, if lost, return to the Brimstone Witch.
You just see him. Ding 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 ding. It goes for like 10 minutes to just ding 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 ding.
It's rhythmic.
Then you see him. He goes over and he grabs a couple of daggers, like sort of, it looks like probably a broken project, just a dagger that he didn't like, so he just kind of broke out of anger. Takes all these little sharp metal portions, heats them up, folds them over to make the points rounded, carries them over to this chain, and just with both the chain and those completely hot, dink, 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 goes around in circles, putting these little sharp metal fragments into the outside of this chain, and brings it back to you. This took him, the actual forging process took him like 10 minutes, which is astounding. Is this what you like? And it's a chain collar with perfectly rounded spikes on it.
But it's not too heavy for a cat.
He tosses it around a few times. I don't think so.
All right, yeah, no, I'll take that.
It's like 5 pounds.
Throws it
I'm
at him.
saying it weighs 1 pound, is what I'm saying.
All right, I will give him the 70 gold.
And are you now completely broke?
Excuse me, I still get by on my good luck, so I'm not completely broke. Never.
Okay.
Broke. But yes, I have 0 actual monies.
All right, you got a collar for your cat. A spiked chain collar for your cat. Note it somewhere, and it will change size, and it'll disappear with them and everything.
Cool, that's all I needed.
This looks like the kind of collar that you'd put on like a pit bull that's guarding like a junkyard. That's what this looks like.
Okay, so what else do we have to do in this city?
Nothing. We don't. We can leave.
Oh, well then why are we still here?
Because you've
I
been
don't
shopping.
know.
Oh, Vaughn, I didn't even know that you were still around. Jeez.
Yeah, no, I'm here. Yep, just.
Hey guys, I think it's an okay time to take like a 2-minute break.
Yeah, I need to refill my margarita.
So, yeah, let's meet back at like 10:03.
Marte, do you have to dip?
Well, then we can keep going for a few more minutes and call it like 30 minutes early if you want to. Because, to be honest, there's only one. I did want to get to you guys leaving the city because there's one thing I wanted you to get to, but
okay. Does it involve a fireball?
It always can involve fireball, my man.
everything can involve fireballs.
I didn't ask how big the room was.
I just said I cast fireball.
Yes. Yes.
You know, I actually had a question for you, Gavin. Line spells, like casting a line of lightning.
Yeah.
Do you play the do you play reflection rules from like 3.0?
We already from
No.
2E,
And those aren't from
just had this
3.5.
conversation.
That is from 2nd edition. Literally, that rule has not been a rule for over 20 years.
I in my games, it's a thing.
Yeah, it's still a thing in everything I play too, but it's
Yeah.
fine. I just wanted. I know
That is
now.
AD&D was the last edition where that bounced.
Okay, I was just
An edition that came out in the 80s.
Well, they're gonna bring it back when 5.5 drops in 24.
Really? Okay.
I don't know if they will, but I hope they do.
It was also used to be a rule that if the ceiling was lower than the circumference of the blast of a fireball, that it doubled the radius of fireball.
Yeah. Which makes sense,
Yep.
but that's why they changed the spell. So instead of, it's like pretty lame.
It all just came
All
down
right.
to the fact that they wanted to simplify the rules. They didn't want to have people have to do literal algebra when they cast a lion spell, and they didn't want people to have to do like math or geometry. I mean, yeah,
For the
geometry.
And then you know what I sure did the first time I ever did one. I was like, all right, I broke out the protractor, had some graph paper, and I was like, we're about to work this out. And I did all the calculations, and I showed it to the DM, and I was like, eat it. I did 6 because of how close this room was. I ended up doing 360 points of damage with one lightning bolt because it just was like ricocheting off the wall like this. It was the sickest thing I've ever done.
And if it was to have those rules in 5th edition, you'd have to raise the spell level because that increases the inherent power of the spell.
Yes.
Oh, I'm sorry for divulging
So-
off topic, but
But once you guys get to the little thing I wanted to do after you leave the city, I'm calling it for the night.
Okay.
So
And then we're doing the Shizuki one shot.
Nice.
maybe some other time.
I'll be there.
Tomorrow.
So.
Hey, I'm off until Thursday.
You get off days.
Mm-hmm. Sometimes.
I get a few of those every once in a while.
Bathroom breaks if you need it, folks. Go
Yeah,
on.
so I'll be back in like 2 minutes. We'll knock out a few more things and then we'll call it. I think we can really get through this in like 30 more minutes. So
Gavin, when are you off work this week?
I don't go back until Wednesday. So
Oh, that's lame.
as far
say
as
on
now,
Wednesday, let's
I'll be
go get
back at
coffee.
like that would be nice. But
Well,
I'll be back at like 10:07.
Exactly.
I've
We
had-
need to do the one shot tomorrow then.
Okay.
I don't have it planned yet, man. I'll be right back.
Okay.
I actually have a raid to do in my game with my guild tomorrow. But I can cancel that for D&D anytime.
Bro, when is your wedding?
October 16th. We're 2 weeks out. Less than 2 weeks out.
16th is a... Okay, yes, you are on my calendar already. Alright, cool. Just wanted to make sure. Because
This is-
if it ain't there, it don't exist.
You missed it, but this whole bag, it's all got like little stickers on it.
Yes.
That one,
Very cool.
yeah. I had to do all those by hand.
Goodness, dude.
Oh, we got these little stickers. We got more. We're gonna put on like little chocolates or something. I don't know. Maybe I might buy a bag of like Hershey Kisses. Or
They're going to throw rice at your wedding? Or
No.
Okay.
Those
Because
make chickens explode, or
Birds.
yeah, those make birds explode.
wrong with that?
rice and plastic petals we're not doing. We're gonna do regular, real flower petals. We found a florist that sells like a bag of rose petals for like $5 or something. We can pick it up the day before.
That's cool.
I'm kind of with I'm kind of with Marte. Like, what's wrong with that? What's wrong with exploding birds?
Like, just imagine. Do you take this one?
Well, they don't actually explode. That's only,
yeah, I know.
they don't actually explode. They just
Do,
convulse.
So I RSVP'd with my boys. Is this going to be kid friendly?
Oh yes, yes. There is no alcohol whatsoever.
I
that was-
haven't. I don't drink anyway, so.
Yeah, but then my nephews are supposed to be there. My best friend, his 2 kids are gonna be there. There's gonna be several kids there. Most of them are between the ages of like 4 to 10.
Okay.
There's like no teenagers really.
Okay.
So, but yeah, it's gonna be kid friendly. So let me put this straight. My side of the family, my father's side of the family, they're Southern Baptist. So we are
Okay.
kind of leaning more towards that side.
Okay.
So it's
Gotcha.
but we're having barbecue.
Cool.
So like
I'm down with
barbecue,
doing
mac and
barbecue.
cheese, cornbread, baked beans, potato salad,
Oh, amen.
pasta salad.
Do I Is there gonna be hot sauce, or do I need to bring a little baggie?
You might need to bring yourself some of the Tapatio, man.
So if we have the barbecue sauce already, but I'm gonna swing by Speedy Pig in Fayetteville because I can get their hot barbecue sauce, and I'm gonna get a couple bottles of that. And then I was gonna bring I was gonna go get some Tapatio and then some Tabasco. I'll put off the table to the side too.
That's
That
perfect.
sounds
then-
great.
And then I need to get a jar of honey and for the cornbread. I know some
I don't
people like
know.
honey on their
I've
cornbread.
never
I put hot sauce on my cornbread.
like. I usually like tart things with my cornbread
Yeah, I mean it's
and crumbling it and putting it in things.
yeah.
Like chili.
My mom
Yes.
uses buttermilk. She just puts cornbread in a bowl, pours buttermilk.
Oh well,
in it.
yeah. I can't do that anymore though. My cholesterol's too high.
This is a
Why
cat,
did
by
it-
the way.
Why did it flip my camera?
What the freak?
Is that?
Ow.
I
is that
mean, I
Sean
like
messing around with
modern
Zoom?
art, but this is strange.
I don't appreciate it.
Okay, I like that. All right, guys. On today's conference
Well-
call, we're gonna discuss
Zoom crashed.
the do's and
Sean crashed the Zoom.
it's still working.
So we tried to order pizza, but apparently there are no delivery drivers right now.
Where are you ordering from?
Domino's. I told her to try Papa John's.
Oh, do Pizza Hut.
Does Pizza Hut deliver over here?
Dude,
Bro,
do
are you
DoorDash.
ridiculous? I used to get Pizza Hut delivered at my house for 4 years when I lived there.
Okay.
And I would call, there's one on North Henry, and then there's one right there on Jodeco by the Kroger. I would always call that one because their pizza's not as greasy.
Okay, hold on. Let me go talk to her real quick.
All right.
Hey, do Pizza Hut. Marte said do Pizza
Sean, are y'all gonna be able to make it too?
What, to the wedding?
Yeah.
You never invited us.
Yeah, I did.
No, you didn't. You really didn't. I didn't want to take offense to it, but like,
I was gonna finish
you
anything
never
either. It's like,
invited
fine,
us.
cool.
Hold on. I'm pretty sure.
I'm
I'm pretty sure you're on the list.
This is
I
your
have-
invitation.
I have your email and stuff. I mean your address.
You told me it was like
Pretty
it's
sure.
a small wedding, and we're not really doing much. I was like, that's cool, man. I understand. I get it. We did the same thing.
That's what
But,
I
like,
say when I'm not inviting
Yeah,
randos.
you never invited us, so I was.
I'm
Okay.
pretty sure.
I mean, dude, if he invited me, of course he's gonna invite you.
I'll have to check later, but I'm pretty sure you are on the RSVP list.
we did. I know we did RSVP because we never got invited.
My wedding was so small, I got married at the courthouse.
No, that's tiny.
Let's not talk about my first marriage.
I really did. The guy was wearing a Star Wars tie.
All right.
Nice.
Oh, honey.
Is everybody
May
here
the
now?
Force be with you. Oh,
Yeah.
like sweet.
All right. So we ready to get back going?
Yeah,
Yep.
Sean will be right back. He's just
Alright.
grabbing a Coke.
Cool.
Hold on. Yeah, y'all can go ahead and start. I'm just gonna step away for 2 seconds. I gotta go look at the registry.
Why did somebody just order something from Amazon? Power of the dark side.
I got a feeling his wedding is on the same day Nick's birthday is.
Yeah, it's the 16th.
Is it?
I'm working that day. I have to work that day.
I told you to put off. Well, you had a chance to take it off.
I wasn't scheduled to work. Until just recently, where Commissioner Burrell
Dude,
is
my,
demanding that we do an event at her house. So now I have to go in for a handful of hours.
My Dogecoin is in the toilet.
Or I can get both.
Yeah.
You put money in Dogecoin too, dude. I know so many people that have invested in Dogecoin.
I have had my Dogecoin for a very long time, but I bought more, assuming it would go up.
Dude, I
have-
wish I would have bought what was like the original cryptocurrency? I'm drawing a blank.
Bitcoin.
Yeah, Bitcoin. I remember when Bitcoin first came out, you could buy a
Yeah.
coin for like $1. Now there's
Yeah.
thousands of dollars a coin, so you can buy like
Yeah.
a fragment of a coin now. Like, I remember the guy went on the Colbert Report for an
Yeah.
interview.
Oh, that was my show.
I know, and
That-
I'm just thinking like, why the fuck didn't I buy Bitcoin when it was
Bro,
like
right?
$1 a coin?
Like, would you like some Bitcoin? Sure. No thanks. I was like, this crypto stuff will never take off.
Stuff that's cool.
And here
I
we
like stuff.
are.
We're getting some stuffed crust pizza.
I'll stuff your crust.
I
Stuffed
never
crust
liked stuffed crust pizza.
Dude, it's like your pizza comes with cheesy bread
Yeah.
attached to the pizza.
No, I just
It's like a
just
surprise
doesn't taste
inside you
right.
bite it.
it just doesn't
doesn't
taste like
taste
cheesy
right.
bread. It just doesn't taste like normal cheesy bread, bro.
It's like little heaven.
Dude,
Bro.
not into it, bro.
It's alright. Bro, you haven't
I
had
would
the
like
right
to
stuff.
have my mozzarella separate from my pizza.
But pizza has mozzarella on top of it.
like-
Hush your mouth.
Like the mozzarella sticks that have the really good breading on them.
Okay.
I mean, I get that.
Does anybody else remember when you were going through high school? There was this
Yes.
like
I already know what you're
every high
describing.
school had it. It was these little
Those
pieces of
sticks?
cheesy bread that were like there was always
Yes.
connected together in like segments of 2.
Yes. I knew you were gonna say it.
Those
They
things
had
were-
div.
They came with that
They had
that
sauce.
chunky marinara dip.
Yeah.
Yeah, they're trash.
Yes,
so good.
I do recall
Mm.
eating those. I sure do.
I like the Uncrustables.
It's so nice to not be the oldest person in a party. Finally, my gosh. Like I usually
you,
get
an
stuck
old
in a party
man?
with a whole bunch of 20-somethings, and they don't know anything I'm talking about.
Yeah, Nick, you really are the baby among us. Considering like
Yeah.
shit, how old are you? Aren't you like 27 or something like that?
28.
28. Okay, so either everybody else's group is either in their 30s or nearing their 30s.
Yes.
Yeah. I know. I'm the kid.
You're
You
just
have
a
all
wee
the age.
baby.
My 40s.
Yeah, what are you like 87, 43, 52, something like that?
I gotta hold on. I gotta count. Yeah, that's
Yes.
that right there.
Shit, in
is
the
why we're
party,
doing
I'm
Zoom
the
tonight,
kid.
folks.
Oh,
That was perfect.
in the D&D party, I'm a kid.
Yeah, your character is your age.
My character is old in the game as well.
For an elf, not that
I'm
old.
actually young in that. I'm only 22 in the game.
My character is 89.
Which, until you're 100 years old, you're actually technically by elven culture
You're
not
still
considered to be a
young.
full adult. Granted, that is halved for Volt,
For
so you're an adult at 50.
I'm an
So
old Vold.
Anyways, speaking of the
middle
game,
age.
why don't we get back to it?
yes, I agree. Is everybody ready?
Yep.
Ben?
Herp and derp.
Okay. So, Tony will come back soon. So you guys finish your shopping. You feel like you've pretty much. I mean, this is a very large city. You could keep this going forever. The question is, are you going to?
Can I
Um,
speak with
not
Thieves'
technically
Cant
forever.
and go find
Like,
a
I'm
Thieves'
broke.
Cant shop. No, I'm just kidding.
Well, you don't.
No.
You don't know thieves can't because it's not an actual fucking language.
Well, yeah.
It's
Submit.
speaking in symbols.
Nah, I don't.
Ha 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 ha.
Anyway, no. To be honest, do we need to swing back by the Heroes Guild to find out like a job we can do while we're here?
If you want to.
I mean, we kind of need a direction, don't we? Because we don't
Yeah, we already know the direction.
Why?
murder the guy that's trying to take over the world. I don't know if we're ready at that point yet.
I don't feel like I'm good level for that.
I think there's a step in between that we probably need
You
to
are
hit.
pointed in the direction of Precipice. You were told that you should go to Precipice to get a non-disclosure contract for your going-ons as heroes, so
Well,
that
how
way
far
they
away is
can't
Precipice?
track you. It's southeast,
Well, how far?
So-
Like how long of a distance?
a couple days.
No, that's not too bad.
But you were told as such because anytime you take a contract, it gets officially recorded and broadcasted where you are when you took the contract. It was inferred to you that taking contracts is how they've been tracking you down, and you need this non-disclosure agreement to fix that.
You know what? I think you're right. So yeah, okay. I guess we were setting up camp here for the night, and then we're heading out to Precipice in the morning.
You know you can stay at the Heroes Guild. They usually have rooms available for heroes.
Yeah, we'll have to turn back and go to Heroes Guild though. Aside from that.
Hi, guys.
Oh, hey man.
Hi, Brandon.
Don't hear him for school.
Do.
Gave your character a very suitable send-off.
So,
A temporary send-off.
No, not temporary. Oh, you're dead.
No,
You
I
killed
didn't
your
kill
character.
your character.
Character's dead, bud. Sorry.
The story is that you have left to serve out a contract with the Dark Suns.
And then died. No. Just kidding.
I also, you also told
me.
you also told Bond to shut the fuck up. Wait, why
Yeah.
did you just leave? I didn't say something that pissed him off, did I?
he
No.
probably just dipped out. She's busy. Anyway,
Oh, okay.
I I mean, unless
He also
everybody
may be
has nothing
having
else to
technical
do.
difficulties because he just got his phone fixed.
I
Okay.
don't have money for a hotel, so I vote just set up camp at the Heroes Guild.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
All right. So you head back to the Heroes Guild, and they're decent rooms. They've got a shower, a radio, different fictional books that you can read. Nothing that seems like it's too educational, but nothing that really seems like it's smut. You unfortunately don't see any copies of the Lusty Lizard Folk made on the bookshelf of your rooms.
Like I need that.
How are our rooms set up? Because I just need to know for later on. Are our rooms all in a line together, like connected?
They can be. You can always. Well, they're not really connected, but you can get them side by side.
Yeah. That's what
I mean, literally, these rooms of the Heroes Guild are meant to be the bare minimum. You go there to sleep, but it's got a shower and it's got a bed.
That's fine. I'm
And-
just saying, like, our rooms are off to the side, not next to anybody else's.
They're
rooms.
usually connected on a long hallway. So just like a hotel, you walk down a long hallway. There's rooms to the left and rooms to the right.
If I can request for ours to be at the end of the hallway.
Easy enough.
Okay, cool. That's all.
Away from the elevators, please. It's too loud.
Also,
Yeah,
I
away
wanna
from
take
the
a look
elevators.
around, see what kind of roofs have like sight lines on our rooms.
Yeah. Yeah. Yeah.
So the Heroes Guild is located in the business district of Pulseloft. So there's various businesses, like a lot of the places you just visited that are all sort of within eyesight of your room. However, you could request for your rooms to be on the opposite side of, and then you're pretty much the only line of sight to your window is from way off outside of the city.
Yes.
Yeah. Okay. So you got that. When you look out your window, off in the distance, you just see a vast planed landscape. Again, the cool thing about Falthansia is there's a lot of ley lines, and so it's very beautiful at nighttime in most locations around Falthansia, where you see glowing pink, purple, blue, green, orange, white, yellow streams of light that just seems to crest across the ground. It's really pretty. So you get sort of a natural light show outside of your window.
Nice, but okay. I will go and find. It's still kind of early in the afternoon, right? We've done some shopping, but it's not like late, right?
It's like 3 p.m.
I'm gonna go find Bon.
Okay.
Hey, Bon. Hey, hi, Nikolai.
Hey, Nick, you there?
Sorry, my mic muted. Yes. Lucas.
His room's right across from yours. You find him
Hey, I
easily
was
enough.
hoping you could help me out again with some potions in a bit. If you think you could swing that.
Yeah, I think I could try.
I'm okay trying to do that more in the evening, but if you want to, we can try and do your sniper scope thing again.
Sure. Yeah, let's get that done. I was thinking about asking the one guy about it, but I kind of wanted to keep my invention to myself until I patent it.
I think that'd probably be a good idea. Something tells me
Yeah.
scopes could really take off, and you could be the
Yeah,
guy.
I
Made
could
it
be the
happen.
guy. I could. That's what I'm thinking.
I
Bond
mean,
the
there's like a
inventor.
call
That's kind of.
of duty that could really just bring people to want to just use scopes all the time.
Yeah.
Even just do
I
these
agree, I
like one
agree.
shots, spin around a circle and like a 360, just not even use them.
You know, that's a
360
wonderful
no scope.
idea. That's a wonderful idea. I might try to pull one of those off, Just maybe.
Have it just to say you don't use it, man. That is the ultimate invention.
That's yeah. Like,
And
that's
you know what? When you make the invention, you might just earn a Medal of Honor
just maybe.
for your
Just might.
accomplishments on the battlefield.
So yeah, how about it, man? You want to
Please.
give it a go while everybody else is getting set up in the rooms?
Yeah, you know what? We'll do it.
All right.
Be very Valorant of you.
Yes.
Still terrible.
All right. So what kind of roles take in? This is a ability.
Fingers check. So this is intelligence or dexterity. Add proficiency.
Well, he gets advantage because I'm helping him, right?
Yeah.
All right. Well, that's great because I'm gonna snap my fingers and say he rolls a nat 19.
Okay.
That's what that was for. Okay.
All right.
There we go.
So you
You had
double
a
your
chance
progress.
I know.
to make something very successful
No.
today,
I'm good.
but you didn't want to do it.
No. Overcomplicating things.
Yep.
I'm not into that.
Well, that's probably well and good you didn't try that because I roll a D100 for that anyway.
Nah. Be D20. Oh, you want to roll D6? I got D6 too. That works out pretty well in my favor usually.
Yeah. So,
All right. How many
so
points?
you double your progress because for every day that you put in a certain number of hours, I'm honestly still working that out, but we'll just say you get 2 points since you double your progress for the day. So you knock out 2 days of work in one day.
And I'll probably go ahead and spend an hour attuning to my new wand while I'm chilling with Bond here, and I'll even show him, like, I'll pull back my sleeve of my right hand and I'll show him the contraption that I have that holsters my wand, and I'll pop that one out and I'll put my new wand in and I'll shove it in there and show him, like, just so him. You know, I mean, if you ever use knives or anything like this actually comes in really handy for this. I mean, it's what I use it for. It's basically the metagame. It's Assassin's Creed, but with
That's
a
exactly
wand
what I was thinking.
instead of a
So-
blade.
To describe the wand to you, which I haven't done, it says made of brass with stylized cogs and pipes along its length, and with an extravagant flanged head made from burnished copper and bronze. This wand has a minor electrical current that causes the hairs to stand on end when held.
So it's kind of like the thing like Father Malfoy has in Harry Potter, where like he flicks his wrist and it's just like sing, and wand just like comes out. He's got like his wand like in a mechanical contraption here. He just kind of.
He actually keeps it in his staff, if I remember right. His wand is the head of his cane.
I've read the books. I actually have not seen the Harry Potter movies.
Oh.
Don't get started with him.
Which is the opposite of
But
most
yeah,
people.
It's
Most
literally
people
just
have.
one of those, and it just brings the wand to your hand. You can see this now because we have Zoom,
You can't see
But
this
yeah.
because you're doing this, and that's not a thing.
and it just like brings it up, and it's like.
All
Anyway.
right.
Yeah. But yeah, you got 2 days worth of progress, so give yourself 2 points.
Cool.
When we get done with that, and I've attuned to my wand, I'll go ahead and reach into my bag, and I'll bring out this little clear cube that I'll set on the table and wave my hands over and do a little fancy witch stuff, and it will grow and grow and grow into a full alchemical kit, and I'm gonna make a potion. What can I make?
So, this particular potion, you can... What you... Let's see, that... I think I said the potion of clairvoyance. No, that's one. That's what I said you can make.
I want to make something epic. What is like the hardest thing I could make right now? Most crazy over the top thing I could make.
I got one for you.
All right. I won't fucking go. I'm gonna go all in.
Alright, let's see here. I'll say, with the ingredients that you were able to get, you can make a potion of frost giant strength.
All right. I like it. And get that to Molly. Molly can go fuck some shit up.
What
does that
this
make your
does,
strength go
23.
to? But her strength's already pretty high.
That's the most I'm going to give you, man. It
Alright,
makes
that's
your
fine.
strength. It makes your strength 23 for an hour.
So be it. Is there a chance? Well, you know what? We'll see how it goes.
So now you got one potion of frost giant strength, and that's giving you a lot because that's a pretty major potion.
Okay. What would you say is the DC to get this?
Usually 15 for a standard success, and it's usually 20 for like a great success.
Okay. But I get advantage because I got bomb with me, right?
Mm,
I'll help him out. Try to at least.
all right, sure, why not?
Assist him when I
You
can.
know what? It's fine. Bond doesn't really know potions. I get it if you don't want to give me advantage. So what do
Just
I need
make your roll. Let's see what you got.
All right, what do I need to roll? I need to roll an alchemy check.
Yeah, plus intelligence or wisdom.
All right, I'm gonna rub my hands together. All right, Bond, let me show you how this is done.
Right.
Natural 20.
You had a natural 20 stored away.
Yeah.
I had a nat 19 and a nat 20.
All right, you got 2 of them. You got 2 of them.
That's why I was telling Molly,
nice.
like, I got a good feeling this would work out.
Yeah, that would have been it wouldn't have worked for that just because it's a percentile dice, you know.
Let me make
What
a
if you
persuasion
use
check to
both
make sure
of the
he
nat 20 and 19 to
It doesn't
get it?
that way.
I honestly hate just like abusing my divination dice, but when I rolled a 19 and 20 for my rolls, I was like, I gotta fucking use this today. And it's a shopping episode? Come on! Gotta use this today!
Yeah.
I put them in my inventory, but you need to identify them, please.
Okay. Well, where are they here? There they are. There you go.
Thank you.
All right.
The only other thing
All right.
I will do is because we're at the end of the hallway, and I don't want anybody sneaking in here. I just want to go to where our room's cut off from everything else, and I will take my silver wire and I will cast alarm
Gotcha.
at the end of the hallway.
Okay.
What is
All
the
right.
time
I
frame
imagine
you were
doing all
needing us
that
to
with
do?
Bond and making the 2 potions took quite some time, so...
Yeah. All right. Anything else?
I thought we were leaving the city, not staying here overnight.
Well, it's like early afternoon. You could leave if you wanted to. It's like 3 o'clock. You still got about 5 hours of daylight left. Looking at your map here, if you were to leave, you could potentially make it to Soria, actually, within the next 5 hours.
If y'all want to go, I mean, that's all well and good. I just wanted to try and make some potions.
Did you already pay for the room?
It's
we don't pay
free.
For the room, it's free because it's the guild hall.
Oh well, then yeah. Let's just leave now. And then we'll stay in Soria.
All right.
We got to be there anyways, right?
Well, no.
That's
That's,
Mm-mm. It's done in technically where we need to be. Where we need to be is about 2 to 3 days. What?
The only other thing I will do while we're at the guild hall is I will do a low key whistle, and out of my shadow you'll see Mr. Pibbles pop up, and I will attach his new very fancy chain collar to Mr.
Okay.
Pibbles.
So, to clarify which route you guys are going to need to take, you'd go to Soria, then you'd go to Azorus. Then if you head southeast from Azorus, there's a bridge you can take that connects to the other part of the continent, where you'd pass through the Twilight Woodlands and the Weave March, which is where the Eldrin are from. And then after that stop, you would make it to Precipice.
all right. I say we take a rest, sleep the night away, and then start early in the morning. Get us a good sleep other than like the sleep we had in the car.
No,
It's like 3 o'clock in the afternoon.
Yeah, let's go ahead and go to Soria. It's
All
super
right.
early
Well,
in the day.
fine. Let's go to Soria.
I'm sorry.
I guess we're off.
I need an important information here. How does Mr. Pibbles like his new collar?
He is very happy. He twirls around your leg. His tail is doing the whole S formation thing.
You'd still definitely
Job
get the
well done.
feeling that he
70
is upset and
gold,
he will pee on your
well
pillow
spent.
tonight.
He might pee on your pillow, though. You're not sure.
I don't. It's still.
I've never owned a cat,
I've,
so
I've
none of this
literally
really
got him
registers.
killed. If he pees on my pillow, I feel that's a fair trade. So, 70 gold, well spent. I can validate that.
All right, so you're heading to Soria.
Yeah.
Yep, heading to Soria.
For those who are interested, not that you have to, but if you want to, Soria is on page 95 of the guide. if you want to see sort of a picture of what the city looks like.
My guide's all the way across the room.
It's
You don't have telekinesis unlocked yet?
it looks kind of like
Okay.
that.
I appreciate you, Tony. Gavin, sorry, tired.
You're welcome.
It's alright, people mistake
Alright.
both of us for our rugged good looks.
Soria.
I don't think I actually have Soria in my book.
Yeah, you do.
What'd you say it was? 90 what?
95.
95. Jeez.
Hey,
Yep, I got
Gavin,
it.
I also want to make a point because I am an alchemist and I like, smithies, put their little emblem on their weapons and stuff like that. Any potion that I make has my my logo on the bottom of the vial.
Very nice insignia.
Yeah.
Did you find Soria in your book, Tony? Cool. So yeah, that's what it looks like, and that's there, so that way you guys have a good image in your head of what you're looking at.
Sweet.
So, do I
So-
know? Does me and Anon know a lot about Soria? A place of
Well, you'd have to
education,
ask
history, science, and
Anand
art.
about that one.
Well, I'm saying,
Does
does our characters know a lot about it?
Anand does, but you don't know that Anand does.
I'm asking. Oh, never mind.
I don't think Anon knows that Anon.
That's where you went to
No,
school, dude.
That's
Oh yeah. Okay. Then yeah, I guess I do.
I know that a nod knows.
I'm going back to see Professor Dumbledore.
So, we're probably going to call it before you guys get there, but while you're on the way, while you're on the road, as you are sort of passing through this wide open plains, it's actually quite beautiful, headed on the way to Soria, as the mountains start to, as the landscape starts to become less hilly, and there's a gentle breeze in the air that blows the fields of grain and long blades of grass in a very visually pleasing manner. You come to sort of a narrow pass. And when you get to this narrow pass, that's probably passing through the last two rocky formations of that you'll probably experience before on your way to Soria, you see that there appears to be this large bird that is standing in the middle of this pass. Now, Lucas, you actually recognize this animal as a glimmerfowl. They are native to two places, and two places only. They are native to the Twilight Woodlands, where the Eladrin are from, and they are also native to Nightvine. And you really don't find them anywhere other than those two places. To describe these creatures, they're basically, let's be honest, they're basically chocobos.
Yes.
Can I tame one? For the love of God.
That would be awesome.
This particular one, typically the most common coloration that you see for Glimmerfowl is that they have sort of a rainbow feather pattern, that some of their feathers are red, some are blue, some are orange, some are green, some are purple. We all know how rainbows work. This one, and it's sort of rare, appears to be solid teal. Every single feather. It doesn't have multiple colored feathers.
Teal.
It's my favorite color, man. And solid color Glimmerfowl do exist, but they are rare. And especially these are one of the rarer colors to come upon. And this one is just it's found a tumbleweed that it's just this is just a really important tumbleweed right now. And it's just not moving as it's just bouncing it around with its beak, trying to pick it up, kicking it, nudging it with its mouth, and it is in your way, preventing you from passing.
Are these intelligent creatures? I mean, if I know them.
So, as far as animals go, yes, they are thought of as being more on the intelligent side. They're still animals.
Do they speak a language?
No, they don't speak. They are known to, with enough training, to be able to understand certain languages if they are taught. It's a difficult process. They can be taught to understand languages, but these are still
big is
very
this bird?
much animals. This bird is about from toe to the top of its head. It has kind of a long neck. Is about 6.5 to 7 feet tall. It's sort of unorthodox, but people have used them as mounts before.
I'm sure
So
they
what
have.
you're saying is I can't run it over. Okay.
So can I
you
do
can't, but you
something?
pop a tire for sure.
Yeah, sure.
What you want to do,
Take it
Tommy?
a little bit.
I want to get out of the car, pick up a small tiny rock, cast light on it, and then just throw it in the same direction it's facing.
It looks at it and as it starts running, but then it has this moment where it stops and it's like, wait a minute. It looks back at your car and then beelines it straight to your car and just starts sort of nudging your vehicle. And these things
I
are
jump underneath the car.
What?
these things are surprisingly powerful too. They're gentle, they're harmless,
Oh my
but
god.
they
would like-
kind of don't know their own strength. So as it nudges the front of your car, you actually can feel the car rocking and shifting back and forth.
I want to attempt
Fireball.
to control it. Like I don't know.
It looks at
grapple
you
as
and it's
in-
just it looks at you as you start
Oh, he
trying to
just-
do this and it's just like
Can I roll for it anyway?
You have the ability.
+4 animal handling. I know.
Well, not only that, you can talk to animals.
That's not my
If you take 10 minutes, you can talk to animals.
Oh,
If you-
yo. That's a lot.
Ooh.
That is a totem warrior thing.
Yes.
so how are you handling this animal? How are you using your animal handling to interact with this creature?
Rope neck.
You asking me that?
No, I'm asking Molly. Oh, you the one
Molly
that
did?
rolled that. Okay, both of
Yeah.
you guys.
Just kind of. I guess at this point we're just kind of come at an angle. I guess.
Are you
Let
getting
it
out of the
know
car?
that I'm there.
I
Do I want to get out of the car?
They're not aggressive.
Okay, I get out of the car and I kind of like let them know that I'm here, let them know that I'm approaching, and like stick my hand out, I guess, to sniff it. Like, I don't know how to handle these things.
It does a quick hop in the air and like flaps its kind of stubby wings and like glides for a second before it stomps back down to the ground. And it just looks at you, gets its head right next to yours, and just goes.
Ow! It's not even registering that so loud.
Whatever
I-
sound you're
yeah,
making, we cannot
Yeah.
hear.
It's like
yeah,
a sound. It's kind of like that.
okay.
Like
Heart penguin.
it's like a squeaky penguin-ish mixed with a chicken kind of sound.
Gotcha.
I try to pet it.
It lets you, and you see that its head feathers like flatten out and like its eyes close, and it lowers its head down a little bit as you pet it.
Okay, all right.
He's our pet now.
Another thing
Yeah.
another thing about Glimmerfowl too is, and why some people like them over horses, is they are known for their stamina. Glimmerfowl have been known to run for days and not get tired.
Chocobo.
So this thing doesn't fly; it just runs.
Can glide, actually. They are not
Glide.
effective flyers, but they can glide.
Glides. Okay.
I want to crawl back through the other side of the car and get back in the car.
It
On the
notices
opposite
you
side.
crawl out of the car, and it immediately stamps towards you, tries to like give you like a love bump with its head, and makes you roll like 4 times across the ground.
Do we
That's
have
cool.
like windows we can roll up?
I would like to say Mr. Pibbles is sitting in my lap, and I don't know how the cat reacts to the chocobo.
Giant
King.
chicken.
Glimmerfowl.
Sure, Glimmerfowl. I would imagine he's familiar with Glimmerfowl, because Mr. Pibbles is also from Nivine.
Yeah, he would have interacted with them. Mr. Pibbles doesn't seem to be particularly interested with its presence, but doesn't really seem to mind it either.
Do they try and do that like nose touch thing because they're curious about each other?
They do, but Mr. Pibbles is definitely the first one to draw away and start walking the other direction. It's like he just doesn't care. It caught his attention for a couple seconds, and then it no longer exists to him anymore.
Fucking cats.
Yeah, like I was about to say, like a normal cat. Is this
And
thing just gonna
it's
keep?
still it's in front of the car in a way that it prevents you from passing. And it doesn't really seem to know or care that it might be inconveniencing you. You're just people, and you're cool, and you're interesting, and it wants to do all the things with you guys.
Can I pick
Um,
it up and just move it sideways, like Okay.
It's as tall as you, but you're welcome to try.
Oh no, Molly. Yeah, I point. Do I see any like big stick or like log or something?
It's flat plains, man. You see grass
Damn.
in all direction, grass and lakes.
Damn. Okay. Shit.
But it's just not getting out of your way.
Throw a sunbomb at it. No, I'm kidding. I
If no
don't do
one's
that.
gonna do anything, Lucas is just gonna get up and like, guys, it's a fucking chocobo, and I will
The
just like get
chocobo.
up and like,
Does he really say chocobo?
yeah, I fucking say chocobo,
Oh.
and I'll start try and guide it out to the side of the road where Bond
Yes,
is
he
like
would
trying to
know
get it
what
to.
that is.
It
Well, I was
follows
thinking
you.
about
The way it moves though is it doesn't like walk with you. It waits until you get like 5 or 10 steps ahead of it, and then it runs and then stops, and then runs and then stops.
Yeah.
Do y'all want me to stop it?
I just want it out of the way.
What are y'all?
What
What are we
is
trying
that
to do? We're
supposed
trying
to
to ride
mean?
this thing.
No, I'm trying to get it out of the way.
no. I mean, yeah. I mean, I was gonna think about Molly just throwing a giant stick and it playing fetch with it as we just drive off.
I mean, if y'all want to do that, I can do that, and I will take out a vampire steak out of my belt of vampire steaks that I made,
You just want to move.
and I will chuck it to the nearest forest. They're
And it
stupid,
runs.
but they're fast.
Oh, it's
All right,
very
let's get in the
fast.
car,
It
let's
runs.
roll. Let's get in the car and let's roll, guys. Come on.
Is this the I need to leave. Is this item thingy you needed us to the checkpoint you needed us to get to?
Yeah, this is it.
Okay.
Just a cool bird.
So, I mean, there's a couple more things, but if you got to go, man, it's fine.
I will step
do.
off to the side because I know it's going to run back to bring this to me, and I
No,
will
let's go.
dump 1 gallon of honey on the ground for it to enjoy
Okay.
out of my alchemy jug.
All right. You do so.
And then gun it.
And
Let's
then
get out of
I'll
here.
hop in the
Oh,
car
it's
and
distracted.
we go.
Get in the car.
All right,
Full
Nestor, chill out. We're
gallon
leaving.
of honey.
Get in the car.
And you see in
Nice
your rearview
chocobo.
mirror, as you pass, it runs back and just in like 5 seconds eats all of the honey. It looks back at you guys and just and now it is following you as it takes off in a dead sprint after your car.
God damn it.
I mean, they're not bad.
All right.
At least we don't have to care.
Yeah.
I mean, they
it
don't
could
really
be
much
You
carrier
know
carrier
these
bird.
things can run at a dead sprint for days.
I guess we gotta find a name for it. I like the name Honey. We're gonna name it Honey. Let's name it Honey.
I'm okay with that.
Okay.
Good night, gents.
See you,
All
man.
right, man.
I
Good night.
No, you just
I think we keep it as like a carry on.
A beast of burden.
As long as it keeps on following us,
Gonna be
yeah.
a donkey with
If it keeps on following us, it keeps on following us. Like that's not our problem.
It is strange that you found it where it is, though, because you're a long way from the Twilight Woodlands, so it is
It's got a right
way
out
beyond its native territory, and
Does
you're
it-
as far as you know, you're not near Nightvine either. So
I mean, it's not domesticated. It doesn't have a collar or anything like that. Doesn't-
no, it didn't look like it had a collar. I mean, they do domesticate these things, but this one just appears to be a wild glimmerfowl.
All right,
Should we
well,
domesticate it?
we
They're
can.
friendly, sometimes to a fault.
Pretty sure we just did.
So
So.
I mean, I know how to get one trained. I'm not great at it. I just know the process, but it's not really what I've practiced. But I've seen it done.
I'm down.
So, and these things, I mean, as far as combat goes, they're pretty passive. They don't typically engage in any kind of fighting unless they're threatened. And even if they do, their first reaction is to just run away. But they're strong. If they wanted to be aggressive, they could seriously hurt people, but they just don't. Their legs are
We have someone
incredibly
that's really
powerful.
just good at talking and training animals. Totem warrior barbarian.
Yep, that's my first line of defense too. Run away.
Solid.
It's the ultimate
Obviously.
defense.
I mean, their legs are incredibly powerful. These things' jump height is insane, and they
Yeah, I
don't ever
called dibs.
tire.
I called dibs.
So
Could they actually support the weight of a Goliath?
probably, yeah, probably.
I don't know, maybe.
their
that's
legs
where
might
it
be
goes.
powerful. But what about their spine?
I mean, these things are large creatures. They're not medium. These things are large creatures. These things weigh almost as much as a horse does. So
Alright.
Kind of reminds me of the time
We
where
shall keep
Lucky
it.
got a temporary giant lizard.
I
Oh,
remember
yeah.
that. Yeah.
And then I put it up in full battle gear, and then I released it into the wild to be the new apex predator.
And then you hid underneath it while lightning bolts were being struck down from the sky.
It's what kept us alive. I even drug Gavin's character in there to keep us both alive. Because somebody misunderstood how that spell worked.
No. I changed spells.
Ah.
Yeah.
So,
Alright,
but all right, guys,
right,
that's
well,
that's all I had.
a new pet.
Ah, man.
I talked to Sean about this a while ago. That as you guys go on, you're gonna sort of pick up strays. You know, it's already started. This is, you know, you got Miku, and now you got this fucking bird, who I guess his name is Honey now.
Yeah.
If you guys, I'll just this thing. These things are very attached, emotional animals. So if once they get to the point where they feel like they've drawn a bond, you come to the realization this thing might just follow you forever.
That's okay with me. Hey, look, might as well just call the ship Noah's Ark.
I mean, considering the end of Campaign 1 was me just using True Polymorph to make mounts for everybody, I'm okay with a chocobo that we're just going to have follow us around.
X.
Because in Final Fantasy X, if I remember right, the chocobos will actually defend your corpse when you die. Maybe? Or maybe I'm through a different game. I don't know.
Nice.
All right, looks like we got a new additional to the team.
Honey the Glimmerfowl.
Oh man, that's the other thing. I
need
forgot
the
when we were at the
Glimmerfowl.
guild hall, we should have changed our fucking name. Get away from
Oh,
Sightless and finally go back to, what was it?
Z69.
No. The thing Tony came up with.
Tony came up with.
I don't know. I don't remember. We'll have to check back in old messages.
The
Wonder Warriors. They're Wonder Warriors.
No. Well, whatever. I'll say,
There's a
by the way,
Heroes Guild in Soria.
Yeah. How do y'all like doing the Zoom thing though?
I like it. I'll be honest. At first, I was a little skeptical, wondering, but I'm a fan. It's grown on me.
I really like the fact that just, you know, not being at the same table with everybody, seeing any and every whatever kind of physical reactions from people is a huge bonus. And not only that, but like, you literally saw him stepped away. You're like, oh, Sean, are you there? Oh, no, he's gone. Like, you saw I was gone. Even that
Yeah.
alone was a huge factor. So, I'm a big fan.
But which one was it that you liked? I just did a page find.
It was the
in
one that
general.
I even put it on there, and I told you, it was, what was the town that we started off in? Because it was a play on the word.
Crest.
King's Crest.
Yeah, it was Motley Crest. It was
Oh,
like a twist
yeah.
of Motley Crue, so
Yeah.
Motley Crest. Motley Crest.
Gavin, can we please?
I want Motley Crest to be our name.
Can we please retroactive, like, change that?
I can already tell you,
Retroactively
Kelly
change that.
definitely wants Motley Crest. I 100% want Motley Crest.
Yep. Nick, what about you?
I don't mind. That sounds like a better name than
Motley
Silas.
Crest. Yes.
Yes.
When you get to the next Heroes Guild, because I want everybody to be
Oh my
present.
gosh.
When you get there's a Heroes Guild in Soria, so
Okay, what if we create a poll in Discord? Can we do it? Can we just say we retroactively, like, you know,
if you
retrograde?
can get. So the thing is, I don't want to just change the name that Marte came up
It's
with when he's
me,
not here. So
Kelly, and Tony, and Nick didn't care, so that's 4. That's already the bulk.
All right. I think Kit dipped.
I don't want to just sure make a poll. If talk to Marte, you can get everybody to go along with it. Absolutely, I certainly like the name more than Sightless, but
Molly
it's not my
Crest,
group.
hands down.
Yeah.
Molly Crest. I will take Molly Crest for days. You can tattoo that on my taint in this game. Molly Crest.
we should
Hey,
all do that.
talking about taints.
Oh my God.
That's a
I
great
like
way
where this
to start a
conversation's going already. Hold on. I had to mentally prepare myself for where we're going because I'm all in already.
So, Sean, you and Kelly are on the invitation list. I just didn't add a phone number, email address, or address, so y'all never got any text
Anything to
messages.
actually send us a
What
fucking invite?
the-
Yeah.
But my bad.
What's that gonna do with
When
Kate?
is your actual wedding?
It is the 16th.
Okay. What
I
time?
know it's like 3 o'clock. And it is going to be child friendly.
Well, so good news, bad news.
I think Gavin actually had to put in for that day off.
Yeah, it's already been approved.
Good
Yeah.
news, bad
Oh.
news. Kelly is going to be tied up with work that day. However, I have a buddy of mine that it's actually that's his birthday. So I put in to have it off because of that. So I should have that day off. And I don't know what time you're planning. What time is your actual reception?
So the ceremony, so the wedding
Yeah,
should
what
start
time do I
about
need to be
3.
there by? That's really what it comes down to.
We're asking everybody to be there around 3. The wedding actually starts at 3:30, and then the reception should be like 4:30, 5 o'clock, something like
I mean,
that.
most weddings go about 3 hours. I mean,
But after the wedding, so because we don't have any alcohol or anything at the wedding, a lot of us are actually going up the road to the tavern on 74 to go have after drinks there. So, and
Alright.
we're gonna kind of do like an after party celebration because, like I
So-
said, like there's a lot of Southern Baptists in the family, no alcohol. So.
this is what I can probably do for you because I already promised my other buddy.
Yeah, no, if
that
you
I'd
already
be
got
at his
other
birthday.
plans,
No, hold on, because I can do it a little bit for everybody here.
He's saying he can swing it both ways to some degree.
oh, you travel.
Again,
both
you keep
south
trying to do a
and
campaign
north
one on
neighbor?
here. I'm not campaign one, and Chaz was not gay. Chaz was just really into himself. And
He was gay for himself. Yeah.
He was me sexual. That's what he was.
very much me sexual. Anyway, what I'm saying though, I don't think I can do the after party drinks, but I'm sure my buddy who's wanting to do drinking games and all that stuff that I already promised him like weeks ago to be able to do this thing is going to be in the evening. So I can probably Kelly's going to be tied up with work, but I can come out to your wedding, the reception, and most of that stuff, and then afterward I'll probably end up rolling out to my friend's party that I promised him I would be 2 weeks ago. But I can come at least to the ceremony and whatnot and be there and be in attendance. That's no problem. So I'll just do both in one day. And I'll just be dressed super fancy going to my friend's birthday party. I'm okay with that. Because I look fucking amazing in a 3-piece suit.
Well, it's semi-formal, so you don't.
No,
have
I'm coming
to
in a 3-piece suit.
Oh, okay.
It's not about your ceremony or anything. It's about how amazing I look in a 3-piece
So
suit.
it's you only
yeah.
want to come
I
to
got
give you an
y'all.
excuse to show up to an after party later in a suit. Like, yeah, dressed kind of casually today. Had
Yeah.
a wedding this morning.
Yeah.
I'm for it.
I'm looking for the reason of like me not doing it. I mean, come on. Fucking look amazing in a 3-piece suit. You were doing me a favor by coming to this.
I got you, bro. Look, you would look. Here's a suit that you would look like you should get. Hold on, I got you.
Are you gonna post it in general chat?
Yeah.
I'm gonna make a subcategory for Nick's bullshit to post.
Good.
So,
Do it.
There you go.
Oh, that thing?
is that
Yeah,
you?
no.
Yeah,
That looks like a. That's
Oh my
you.
God.
Yeah,
I was about to say that looks like a mannequin.
that's me.
Oh.
No, that's me.
Why you look like Brandon?
It's not like they're related.
It's not
or
like
anything.
related or not. I know. It's like, right? It's not like related or anything like that. Nah. Oh, you want to see my homecoming suit? Here, I'll say. We did neon theme, so this is what I did for homecoming.
Oh, nice.
That's pretty
That's
cool.
cool.
Man.
Yep.
I'm a fan.
Yeah, that's cool.
You know what?
Homecoming.
Let me kill the recording for the stream.
Where did
'cause
you
I don't
go?
think this
Oh
is
yeah,
necessarily
you probably should do
stream
that.